Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Golden VCR. I think it's time. Today is the day that we watch Psycho Pike. Stay tuned for a special Golden VCR feature. And away we go. Good morning. It's Saturday. I just woke up. I made a big old batch of vegetable soup yesterday. And I got a hunk of baguette. So we're gonna watch Psycho Pike. I figured that my plan is cartoon, something else, Psycho Pike. So to start us off, we got two tapes again. We'll have to decide. Oh, thank you, Green Day. I'm gonna go to the post office today because there are plenty of things that have been sitting there waiting for me. As a reminder to all of you, thank you for sending in packages. Those of you who have, if you have more things to send in, don't, because I will be out of the country. We can make a poll, or somebody can give me a popular song. A popular song that I know, so one from like 40 years ago at least. The mattress song? Oh, that's good. Okay, we've got either the Three Little Pigs or Old Mother Hubbard. Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time. When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza in a time. It's the Three Little Pigs. This is Fox. We got Fox Pop, Robin Hood Makes Good, Presto Changeo, and Pigs in a Polka. I still don't remember what the mattress song is. Oh, Leica's hiding in the closet because it's raining. Oh, honey, come here. All right, y'all ready for some cartoons? This, like all the other Unicorn Video cartoon tapes, are very cheaply made, and they don't even have windows on them. But I think it's rewound. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, the mattress. Yeah. I remember that now. I don't really remember the tune. I don't care to. It is a phenomenally terrible song. Apologies to Circle Now Squared. Let me just find. You know, we don't need to pull up the website on the overlay. That's too hard. Three Little Pigs. Got it. And away we go. And also open the VCR. Thank you. Another fantastic tape transfer from Unicorn Video. That takes me back, but also, don't hurt us, Warner Brothers. I mean, I'm sure they probably licensed it from Warner Brothers. Is it loud?
Is that fox crazy? Hey, you. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's biting you anyhow?
What's biting me? Huh? What's biting me? Huh? Look, I was up at the cabin the other day, just getting myself a bite of lunch. I'm minding my own business when...
That's gotta be Mel Blanc, right?
This program is brought to you each day through the courtesy of the Sterling Silver Fox Farm. Ladies, this is the year for foxes. Yes, foxes have really come into their own. Wherever you see smartly dressed people, you'll see foxes this season. On Fifth Avenue, on Hollywood Boulevard, yes, and even Miami. The discriminating woman everywhere will insist on having a genuine fox around her neck. Now,
I love the art style
ladies,
of the
for the best
people.
in foxes,
They're very detailed.
go to the Sterling Silver Fox Farm.
That shot of people in the restaurant, I don't know, they were, I think, clearly caricatures of celebrities. It was like James Cagney or something in there.
Let me in. I gotta get trapped. I gotta. Ouch! Oh, Angelie! Angelie! Oh, get me out of here! Ouch!
Ah, in the trap something. Parbleu! Get out of my trap, ragged muffins.
Silver fox. Silver! Not most eat enough breeze like you. Scram, stupid. Get out.
I mean, trappers and fur traders in America were traditionally French. Like back in the like 1600s. All of Wisconsin was like explored by French people trying to get rich.
Look at this. Genuine silver fox. Beautiful. Magnifique. Mrs. Van Doo will pay plenty for you, little pretty. Practically you are sold already quick.
We're busting out of here tonight, see? 9 o'clock. You're with us, ain't you? Getting out of here? Out of here? Oh, no. I just got in here. I'm practically sold already. Yeah, to Mrs. Van Doo. He said so.
Say, are you nuts? Now listen, bub. They're all going out, see? And you're with us. Or...
I'd like to go with you, sure. I want to go with you. But, the door's locked. I can't get out. No key.
No key? 9 o'clock call. Come on, bub. Get going.
I'm sorry, the gag where he had a file, but instead of filing the bars, he used his teeth to bite a key out of the middle of the file. It's taking me a second, but I'm just not appreciating it.
This skin reserved for Silver Fox Cape for Mrs. Skin. Cape? Cape? Me? How'll they get it off of me? No, they can't do this to me. I don't want to be no cape.
I really appreciate the detailed shading on him, too, with the silver paint.
I just want to get out of here.
To make him glossy.
Come back here. Wait, you.
The perspective on that fence. This is great. I hope Warner Brothers doesn't force this to be clipped out of the WOD.
Just a minute.
It's a great
chum.
piece of animation.
You don't want me. I'm no silver fox.
From the back
I
catalog
never
that
was
was
a
licensed
silver
to
fox.
Unicorn Video.
Look. No silver.
Silver schmilver. As long as you're a fox.
And that's what's biting me. That's what.
Yeah? Will I?
Fox Pop. Oh, we've got more merry melodies. The moral was birds are sympathetic.
Boy, you look boy. Look, fellas, let's play like we're Robin Hood's merry men. I'll be Robin Hood. Who's gonna be Robin Hood?
I turned it down a little more.
You're gonna be
Let's see.
Robin Hood.
I am speaking now. I feel a little quiet. I'm going to erase myself a bit.
Who's gonna be Robin Hood?
Is he going to be Robin Hood?
You're gonna be Robin Hood. All right. You can be Little John. Now, let's see. Who's gonna be the rich old villain? Now, who's gonna be the old villain? Now, let's see. Who's gonna be the mean old rich old villain? Who's gonna be the old... Me? Don't get so excited. All you gotta do is march through the forest with your treasure, and we'll rob you and give it to the poor. Won't that be fun? He wants to be the villain, don't ya?
The quality of this animation is so good. And the quality of his tape transfer is so bad.
I don't know why I always have to be the bad guy. I'd like to be the good guy once in a while, I guess. What? Oh, get ready to battle with Robin Hood. On guard, you certainly have to be very good to beat me. Though I doubt that you ever can defeat me. So you'll never be quite the man for my clan. Oh boy, and that dear villain I'll never see. Come on, it's time you were facing your enemy. Remember, you're the terrible Bristol guy. To beat you will be easy as pumpkin pie. Quit your stalling around, you're the logical one we found. To be robbed once again by the jolliest merry men. We sing, and though we are doing the things we should, to be like Robin Hood. Help! Help! Who's there? It's me, Maid Marian. Now, who could Maid Marian be? Get the book.
Good morning. Today is the day that we watch Psycho Pike, if you weren't here at the very beginning. But we are currently watching The Three Little Pigs from Unicorn Video, which is all apparently Warner Brothers cartoons.
Sweetheart, we gotta save her. Where are you, Maid Marian? Where are you, Maid Marian?
Here I am.
Here I am. Help! Where are you? Help! Help! Here I am. Where? Here. Where? Where are you? I'm in here. Save me. Gosh, we better hurry. Where are you, Maid Marian? Here I am, Robin Hood.
And I like little squirrels very, very much. I love little squirrels, little fat, juicy squirrels, especially with carrots and potatoes and
Oh, that's
onions.
odd. Yeah.
Doesn't that just make your mouth water?
It's gonna get dark soon.
Tally-ho! Guess we better break down the door. Look, fellas, get me out of here. See? Get me out of here. Look, fellas, please get me out of here. Guess we'll have fox stew tonight, boys. Look, fellas, I'm young.
Why do all of these cartoons involve foxes being covered in paint?
Kill me!
Gee, fellas, thanks a lot. Who's gonna be Robin Hood?
More Warner Brothers, great. Well, this one's Presto Changeo. I'm gonna stick around for the premise, and then I gotta go put my soup bowl away and make myself some coffee. Enjoy the cartoons. They may not be in the pod, but who knows? You never know. Shampoo.
It's 12 o'clock.
We'll see. We'll see if the main event survives. Oh, it's the rabbit. I know this tune, but I can't place the name of it, and that's really bothering me. Anyway, I'm gonna go get coffee. Enjoy the cartoons, class.
present our interpretation of a familiar fairy tale entitled The Big Bad Wolf and the Three Little Pigs, set to the delightful music of Johannes Brahms' Hungarian dances. As the scene opens, we find the three little pigs building their respective houses.
I'm the little pig that built my house of straw. I'm the little pig that builds my house of sticks. I'm the smart little pig. I build my house of bricks.
Did it. I made coffee. I caught the introduction, so this is Johannes Brahms' Hungarian Rhapsody. I really like how overt it is. That this is a setting of a classical composition to the Three Little Pigs. Thank you. I spilled a little on the stairs, so I'll be right back. Just a few little drips. Nope, it just sloshed a bit as I was walking down the stairs. Thank you. Oh, there they go with no knees again. Just bending their legs forward. I have to say I liked Tales from the Land of Gullah for Kids version of this story better, but I like this too. Oh, also, Deb, did you send in, you were the one who sent in the Tales from the Land of Gullah, not for kids, right? If you're still here. Because we scanned that one. Wanted to make sure I knew who to attribute it to. Thank you, excellent. When did they get to a fashionable Miami hotel? That's all, folks. Don't sue us. We only did what Unicorn Video told us to do. Whew. I hope you all enjoyed the cartoons. Those were good. They were relatively ope-free, and they, I don't know, they were well animated, good storytelling for the most part. The Three Little Pigs. Okay. So, my plan was to do our feature presentation last. So I was thinking we would do a tape of our choosing, maybe one around an hour long, before we have our feature presentation. So let's see. Well, yeah, you gotta, you have like the cartoon gets played before the movie at the old-timey movie theater. Well, let's see. Well, I'm gonna random. Palinetics, no. Let's exclude fitness and mystery again. Oh yeah, we need a newsreel. Hard Hat Harry's Real Life Fire Trucks. I say let's not do something children's because we just did a cartoon. Shenandoah, Spitfire, Great Indian Wars, Legend of Valentino. I don't want something super long because we have a feature that we're gonna watch. Albert Einstein, How I See the World. I mean, we could do a war one. We haven't done a lot of war. We haven't done a lot of war here on Golden VCR. Ooh, Parenting Today, the Adolescent Years, 11 through 15, Aid Association for Lutherans. Do we want sports? Is that what we're all feeling? Sports. Okay. Well then, sports. We can't watch Merry Sports Bloopers Christmas. I don't know how there's going to be 50 minutes of Christmas-specific sports bloopers. But we got not so great moments in sports. We got timeout for hilarious sports bloopers. Oops, we did a little war blooper. Take us to The Hague. Timeout for, okay, all right. God, y'all are really, bossing me around today. But I'm here to give the people what they want. Oh, timeout is very yellowed, yeah. Yeah, this is the gross tape. You might corrupt my VCR with cigarette juice. But we'll try it. This was sent in by Sentai Brad. It's time out for hilarious sports bloopers. Let's go get it. Time out for hilarious sports bloopers. Oh, you're just in time, Deb. Narrated by Roy Firestone. Time out for hilarious sports bloopers features funny moments from over a dozen of America's most popular sports. Included on this program is hilarious footage from football, baseball, basketball, hockey, golf, boxing, skiing, rodeo, and more. Among the highlights are football fumbles, some of the most bizarre skiing action ever seen, baseball bloopers, great basketball moments, gut-busting rodeo action, and much, much more. How many unscanned tapes are there? A lot. I have to work on that before I leave. Time out for hilarious sports bloopers promises to slam dunk your funny bone. It is sports entertainment at its very best. Color, 30 minutes. Steve Rotfeld Productions. Distributed by Front Row Video. 1988. It's gonna slam dunk your funny bone. Okay. So this is the tape. There's like a little bit of weird goo on this side, and then that's got this action going on. But it's fine. It's not that gross. We've put worse in the VCR. Here we go. Oh. Here we go. Time out for hilarious sports bloopers. What? Stand back. And play. Play. Come on, buddy. There we go. Oh, error code. 30109. Yeah, that may not be working. It's time out for hilarious sports bloopers. Let's not force it, because the last time we tried to mess around with the tape that was giving us an error code, it broke. Oh, no, it's stuck in there. It is stuck in there. So let's, yep, like it's caught. The tape is like out. So let's see if we can just it's nobody's fault. It's the tape's fault. See if we can just like, you know what? How about a little rewind? How about a little fast forward? How about we just like eject? How about we try and eject? Oh!
It's gonna get dark soon.
Okay, there's a little bit of damage here. That's at the very beginning of the tape. So I'm just gonna like carefully cram that back in. And at least we didn't have to cut it. Well, they can't all be winners. It's a shame, because that one looked good. What about a different sports blooper tape? Or would you like something else? Yeah, this is what happens when you make demands. Let's see. Sport. Oh, she went to hide in the closet again. Okay. Listen. We're doing random tape. I have this this video head cleaning tape. But there's no more solution in the little bottle, so I gotta get some more. Let's do. You know what? Let's do. We're doing Lutheran. Hey, let's celebrate the legacy of that tape by playing some God's Property. All right, I'm down for that. Lutheran. Let's hang out with some God's Property, courtesy of Jacebook. Thank you, Jacebook. Come on. What you say now? Come on. What you say now?
What you say now?
I'm going to go grab Aid Association for Lutherans Parenting Today, years 11 through 15. So we can learn about how to raise our Lutheran children, right?
All the young people driving down the street in their Jeeps. I want you to pump this up real loud so the neighbor can hear you. So give me one time for your holy mind. Here we go. I want to know if I can get all the young people everywhere, from the East Coast to the West Coast. Lift your hands in the air and praise them like you just don't care. Can I get you in LA and Miami too? New York City and Dallas, Texas too. Come on and lift those hands and praise him. I feel a Holy Ghost thing happening. Ain't nobody mad but the devil. Come on, up! Never, 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 never gonna let you down, Jesus.
La-di-da. Hey, yo, sounds like a party. Should've known it was Kirk and God's pride. So wave your hands like you don't care. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. Yeah, right. You know we keep it tight. You're the only one that makes me dance all night. That's right. And it's your joy that's got me lifted. My life is in your hands, and so I guess you got me twisted.
Yeah. I really love you, really love you. Can I take it in? Ready? Watch it, watch it, watch it.
Thanks. Thank you, Jacebook, for the musical break. That's given me some time to compose a post about the feature presentation for today, which will begin around 11:30 a.m. Right? No. Well, yeah, shortly after 11:30 a.m. That is going to be Psycho Pike. I don't really do much promotion outside of the Golden VCR channels, like just Twitch and Discord. But I'm posting on Blue Sky. I'm not posting on Twitter because I don't use Twitter anymore. I know I would probably reach more people on Twitter, but eh. Cool. Next up, this came from a thrift store in Minneapolis. It was free. This is from the Aid Association for Lutherans. Parenting Today, Stepping Toward Independence. The Adolescent Years, 11 through 15. It's in an odd, it's the printing on the thing is upside down, right? So, like, the tape comes out of the top. Let's take a brief look at this. All their tapes were free. They were just like, get rid of these, please. They just had a free shit shelf that had a bunch of tapes on it. It also had a bunch of like Russian action movies that I have not added to the collection because we don't speak Russian. Oh yeah, the guy gave us a great tour. It was a place, I forget what it's called, but it was in Minneapolis, and it was a it's a charity that does like computer electronics recycling. So they take donations of old computer equipment and then they'll refurbish them and make and like sell very affordable PCs to people. So like people in the area who are who are part of like social welfare programs or, immigration, refugee programs or who are otherwise in need can qualify to get just like a basic home computer for very, very cheap that they've cobbled together from donated parts. And yeah, the guy was really nice. He was he sounded like he was from somewhere in like West Africa, and he was like in charge of some of the operation there, and he was really nice, and he took us around and showed us the whole place, and they have all tons of people working there. And yeah, they like properly wiping all the hard drives was a huge part of the operation because they're, it sounded like they were very serious about data security and not releasing the PII, the personally identifying information of people who have donated stuff. So yeah, it was super neat. And they had this shelf of tapes. Adolescence, ages 11 to 15, means a lot of changes for children and adults. Adolescence, ages 11 to 15, is a time filled with rapid change and growth for children as they start to mature and become more independent. It is also, oh God, who remembers being 11 to 15? It was indeed a challenging time for most of us, I think. It is also a time when your role as a parent will change significantly. As you experience these changes, you'll probably have a lot of questions. This special video is designed to answer many of the questions you may have. You'll learn how to help children accept the physical changes they experience during puberty, how to use your child's developing reasoning capabilities to discuss principles and values, and how to set rules and limitations while still encouraging your child to become more independent. Hosted by actress Michael Learned. Is it Michelle? Hosted by actress Michael Learned, Stepping Toward Independence via Adolescent Years 11 through 15 helps you learn ways you and your child can adjust to the many changes that take place during adolescence. And you'll receive practical advice from some of the nation's leading child care experts. Stepping Toward Independence is more than helpful information. it's entertaining too. Oh, awesome. We love entertainment. So sit back and enjoy the program. It's one video you'll want to see over and over again. Stepping Toward Independence, the Adolescent Years 11 through 15 is provided by Aid Association for Lutherans, a fraternal benefit society of 1.6 million Lutherans joined together for financial, educational, and volunteer opportunities. AAL, North Ballard Road, Appleton, Wisconsin. And it is kind. Lutherans are kind. They rewind their tapes. All right. Enough of that. And if after all that preamble the VCR eats this one too, I'm gonna be mad. Come on, VCR. Come on, VCR. You can do it. We hit play. It's making noises now. A different code. 11209. Okay. Sony VCR 11209. I heard a big thunk. Man, I don't want to have to buy another VCR. They're expensive. The good ones. Okay, that one is okay. Tell you what, let's do. Let's grab our cartoon tape and just make sure that still works. Can we still play the tape that worked a few minutes ago? Seems like it. Yep, totally fine. All right, so let's give this one more shot. It might just have some. Maybe if I shake it up. Hey, I think that might have worked. This is Aid Association for Lutherans, Parenting Today. Hell yeah. Why is there Zydeco music right out of the gate in this Lutheran tape from Wisconsin?
The adolescent years are a period of growth and change that challenge our children and ourselves. They can be the best of times and the worst of times. They are what we make of them and what we expect of them. Hello, I'm Michael Learned for Aid Association for Lutherans. It's my pleasure to be here today to look at the years of your child's life between 11 and 15. The years of early adolescence, when your child begins taking major steps toward independence and adulthood. We'll see that though the early adolescent years sometimes bring with them their share of stress and conflict, They're exciting years of rapid change and growth when you can watch your child become more mature
That is a
and
very
more like
long
an
jacket.
adult. We'll see, too, that one of the period's greatest challenges is to face and respond to our changing roles
Definitely
as
needs a
parents,
scarf.
as our children change physically, emotionally, and socially. The developmental changes of adolescence begin with puberty, a time when children become more physically like adults.
One of the most important parts of the transition from childhood into adolescence
Hey,
involves
congrats
the biological changes that
to
we call
Zelda Master
puberty.
on winning bingo.
Puberty involves both internal changes for the child, changes in hormones, but also changes in the child's appearance. The parent will notice changes in the child's height.
1,000 points to
weight.
Zelda Master.
There's what we call the adolescent growth spurt, in which the child will grow about 12 inches in a period of maybe a year and a half. And the parent will also notice changes in the child's secondary sex characteristics. In young girls, for example, changes in her breasts, changes in hips, in both sexes, changes in body hair. In boys, the growth of facial hair, the deepening of the voice. And of course, in girls, menarche, which is the term we use to refer to the first period.
Menarche.
The rapid physical changes of puberty can affect children in many ways. Hormonal changes can sometimes cause moodiness. Rapid and uneven growth spurts may create physical awkwardness, and many early adolescents become extremely sensitive about how they look.
One of the really interesting parts of puberty is that it's not very strongly tied to kids' age, their chronological age. And there's quite a large span in terms of when kids begin to go through puberty and how long it takes them. For some girls, it may begin as early as age 9. For others, it might not begin until 13. For some boys, it may begin as early as age 10. For others, it might not begin until 14 or 15. So some kids are going to be what we call
Or
early
23 in
matures,
my
and
case.
others are late matures, and others are somewhere in between.
Puberty can take anywhere from 18 months to 6 years, and it can be a difficult time. Children may become extremely sensitive about their physical appearance, in part because they're changing so fast and want to know where it's all going to end, but also because they're comparing themselves and their development to others.
Junk.
Welcome, Fire Guys.
Bills. Hi, kid. What's up?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
We're watching Parenting Today from the Aid Association for Lutherans. We're learning about puberty.
Kid, what is it?
Mom. It's just me.
What about you?
It's just me.
You want to tell me what's got you so upset?
It's just that it's all the time. Jeannie and her friends teasing me. We were in the locker room after gym, and she goes, "Oh, look at Madonna." I thought Jeannie was my friend.
I think it's important for parents to be sensitive to the fact that their adolescent is going through this comparative process and is wondering, am I normal physically? What am I going to look like when all of these changes are done with? Why don't I look like my classmates right now? How is it all going to turn out in the end? And I think the key for parents is to speak openly and honestly with their children about what puberty is and what's going to happen to them, both before their child starts puberty and as their child is going through it.
Besides physical changes, adolescents are experiencing significant changes in the way they think. Where they used to think primarily in concrete terms of things they could touch and see, they can now think more abstractly. This means they can think about ideas, consider various possibilities and hypothetical situations, and contemplate what an ideal world might be like. These new capabilities can take some getting used to by adolescents and parents.
Like somebody with a new toy, adolescents want to practice their new ability to examine the many sides of an issue. This can cause them to appear more argumentative, but it also results in more adult-like thinking and reasoning. Parents can help their adolescents stretch their new reasoning ability by encouraging and taking part in discussions about principles and values. They should try, however, to avoid personality issues and to remain non-judgmental so that these discussions don't turn into fights. Also, as adolescents leave childhood behind, they often become extremely self-conscious, since they can now consider what others may be thinking. They often, quite normally, create what's called an imaginary audience, an observer who is as absorbed in them as they are. A boy may notice his parents whispering, and he's sure that they're talking about him. A girl passes a group of boys and just knows that they're laughing at her. Parents can help during this period mainly by not trivializing their adolescents' concerns and by providing realistic feedback, reassurance, and support.
Don't trivialize your children's
The adolescent's
concerns.
new ability to consider the ideal often makes him or her likely to be critical of their parents, to see feet of clay where they once saw Superman and Supermom.
We often joke and say that now, instead of having the parent up on a pedestal, the adolescent wants the parent under the pedestal. And it's very, very common in households for children to try to focus in on their parents' flaws and on the lapses in their parents' judgment, and to point out inconsistencies or hypocrisies in what their parents say.
Being a dad gives you unlimited dad power, huh? Thank you for making up my mind.
A lot of parents get very, very upset and annoyed by this. Some parents shrug it off and laugh at it and understand, again, that it's not something that they should take personally, but it's something that they should understand as a normal part of growing up and learning to think for yourself.
I just don't know what's going on with Jeffrey. I mean, he's always been respectful and usually obedient. But now he challenges practically everything I say, and his tone is very fresh.
There can be several reasons for this common concern.
Don't you get fresh with me, young man.
But it often stems from the adolescent's new ability to think in more sophisticated ways.
Adolescents are discovering that they have this great new ability to form their own opinions and worldview, and to question things that they've always taken for granted. This can lead them to challenging their parents' ideas and authority with a frankness
This
that
guy
parents
is
often
Seth
perceive as
Rogen, but
disrespectful.
handsome. Oh, hi.
Most of the time, though,
Are
that's
you a
not really
Lutheran
what
mom?
parents intended. This kind of challenging can really become a problem, though, if parents continue to use the same discipline and rule-setting strategies that they used when the adolescent was younger.
It's a very good
As children enter adolescence,
1994
control based
Lutheran
on
mom.
physical strength and size just doesn't work.
Very nice, very
Neither
nice.
does saying, do it because I'm the parent and I said so. Adolescents, with their increased ability to think more abstractly,
very
can
good.
effectively point out weaknesses
where's your
in the parent's
scarf?
argument or logic, as well as the fact that other families just may do things
no
differently.
scarves in the 90s.
The
Thank you
changes
for
in the way your
visiting.
adolescent thinks and the physical changes of puberty produce even more
It's just
far-reaching
me.
emotional and social
It's just
developments.
always me. It's me all the time.
Perhaps none of these developments give parents more cause for concern
thanks.
than the increased importance and changing nature of peer
It's
relationships.
very kind of you.
One of the major social
I'm so glad I'm
changes
not a
that
teenager
occurs in
anymore.
adolescence is children's movement from just dyadic relationships, that is, a best friend relationship, into relationship with a larger set of peers. In adolescence, a major challenge for many young people is to fit into a crowd, to become part of a group. So much so that parents are going to be noticing a new emphasis upon behaviors that help me fit in. It may no longer be cool to wear a particular kind of shoe. It may no longer be cool to wear a bike helmet. And it becomes a huge issue.
Denny, you must always wear your helmet. Now, I've told you time and time again.
We have a huge fight over something as simple as this. Why? Because wearing a bike helmet may make me unacceptable to the peer group.
Safety was very uncool in the 90s. I don't know if that's changed at all.
So much a sense of who I am. I'm not willing to
Look at
take
that
the
dingus
risk
wearing his
if it means
backpack with
making
both
myself
straps on.
angry.
But Dad, you just don't understand. Nobody wears a helmet to school. Do you want everybody to think I'm a nerd?
I think we forget when we get into adulthood just how important it is to feel accepted and to feel understood and to feel known, to have a reputation among our peers. The worst
I remember
thing
my
that I can
sister,
do
who was
right
born
now
in
is to
'83,
stand out
so
from
slightly
the
older than me, like
My body's changing.
never
all
wearing a
these things
seatbelt
around me are changing.
when
I
she
don't
was
know
hanging out with her
exactly how to
high school
behave or
friends
what to
because
do or
wearing a
whether or not I'm gonna
seatbelt
be
wasn't
accepted.
cool.
Just for a time, I want the comfort and security of the crowd. Just for a time. When I feel comfortable enough, I'll venture out on my own. We need to be patient and allow the child to do that.
We may sometimes feel uncomfortable with the group our child associates with and criticize the group without considering the effect that criticism may have.
Dan, look. David's out there now with those delinquents. That one. I think he's got an earring.
That doesn't exactly make him a criminal, dear. Some of my favorite people wear earrings.
Yes, one on their noses.
Times have changed, I guess.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad.
I'm sorry, the cut to that laptop was great.
I want to talk to you about those. They had Pike out there. Must you ride home with them every day?
Mom, they're good guys. Jerko won the regional skateboard competition 2 years in a row.
Wow.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. We have to.
Yes, one on their noses.
Times have changed, I guess.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. What's for dinner?
Dinner can wait. I want to talk to you about those. They had Pike out there. Must you ride home with them every day?
Mom, they're good guys. Jerko won the regional skateboard competition 2 years in a row.
Oh, they got a Zenith VCR back
The
there.
skateboard championship. I'm so impressed.
Mom, you don't even know anything about them. They're really okay. I think I could probably skate with them by the end of the year.
Oh, no. You're not going to skate with them.
Many times, parents don't recognize just how important in the lives of young people belonging to a peer group really is. And so they put it down, particularly if they don't like the group or are pretty uncomfortable with the group. What we fail to remember is that to the child, for a period of time, there may not be a whole heck of a lot of difference between that group and myself. I derive my sense of identity from that group. So when you put down my group, you put down me. One mistake that is tempting to make is to prohibit the child from associating with that group of people. Oftentimes what will happen is the child will continue to associate with them, but they will no longer tell us as parents about it, and we will have lost communication. The more effective mechanisms are the more indirect pathways to try to set up subtle roadblocks to those associations, make it a little bit more difficult for an adolescent to have the family car or to get transportation to a particular event. Another thing that I think parents can do is to become familiar with the adolescent's friends. Because we have to recognize that many times adolescents are in a particular crowd because that's where they seem to belong.
These kids aren't so bad.
By being comfortable getting to know the friends as individuals, we may have a sense of why the adolescent is attracted to that crowd and in a better position to talk with our adolescent about how to move on to something better. The final thing that parents can do, again, is simply to encourage a wide variety of interests so that adolescents may naturally move into several crowds or a different crowd that we may feel more comfortable with.
Besides their occupation with the peer group, adolescents are often absorbed in a search for personal identity. The adolescent years are a time to experiment with different identities, to try them on and see how they fit.
Who am I anyway? Do I have a look? What kind of person?
I was not expecting songs.
Pages of my book. Could I be a leader, powerful and proud, or just another number, faceless in the crowd? Maybe I'm a rebel.
Oh, the rebel.
Activist set out to change the world.
I love the rebel so much.
Am I sexy? Am I brainy? Who's this girl I'm dreaming of?
Yeah, we have to record this song. So many things that have to be recorded.
The adolescent years are a time to experiment with different identities, to try them on and see how they fit.
Who am I anyway?
Am I going to be a 40s businesswoman? Is that what an activist looks like? A movie theater ticket taker with a suffragette hat?
Putting all the pieces together is what the search for identity is all about. Adolescents need to feel they're unique and special, yet also that they fit in, that they belong. Though we can't hand our children ready-made identities, there are ways we can help them explore various identities and develop a healthy sense of self.
Lutherans aren't allowed
Developing an
to.
identity
Lutherans
takes a great
aren't
deal of
pro-sexiness.
personal exploration and trial and error. Adolescents might try out a variety of different interests, peer groups, personalities, religious beliefs, and romantic relationships. They may be passionate about a particular interest one week and then forget about it completely the next. They do a lot of daydreaming and fantasizing as they imagine what their future might be and who they might become. And though they may go through as many temporary identities as they do sneakers, there are some things that we can do to help them develop a healthy identity. First, accept them as a separate person and give them the space to experiment and explore. Encourage them to try new things, like trying out for a sport or joining a club at school. Second, try to be patient and exercise restraint as you watch your adolescent try on these various identities. If he comes home one day and announces he's going to be a rock star instead of an engineer, try to live with that for a while. Chances are good that with time
Did
and
Dad not
opportunity
notice
to
him
fully
setting up
explore
that
his new
amp?
decision, he may come around to a more realistic goal.
Thank you, Reed, for
Also,
the
remember that
cheer.
though we all have hopes and dreams for our children, it's
and
very important that we don't impose them too strongly on our adolescents. Most teens, after a period of exploration, usually return to the values and aspirations held by their parents. On
He
the
set
other
up like
hand,
stage
keep in
lights
mind
too.
that maybe your son has the talent to be a great rock star, and that's really the dream that he should pursue. Finally, talk and work with your adolescent to help them think through the consequences of their current interests and goals. Sometimes they haven't fully thought through the implications of various vocational choices or political positions. You can point out and encourage their strengths and abilities. Young teens are often quite unaware of their talents and may really appreciate hearing your assessment. That is, if it's done in a positive and encouraging way.
The conflicts of adolescence are usually waged on the home front.
5% interest rate on a 30-year loan.
Everybody's going.
Dad, you just don't understand.
What do you think? I'm still a baby?
Mom, get real. He's had his license for over 2 months.
10:30.
The battle cries you just heard are your children's declarations of independence.
Oh, that ghost behind them.
If there's one struggle that colors the adolescent years, it is the struggle for independence. Though our adolescents aren't ready to move out and set up housekeeping yet, they are deeply engrossed in the process of becoming independent people. Adolescents need and want greater freedom from parents. Gaining it is a necessary step if they are ever to become responsible and mature adults. Negotiating it, however, can be a major source of tension and conflict between adolescents and parents.
In lots of families, independence is the battleground of adolescence. It's what the tension between parents and children is all about. We know that families are more likely to bicker and squabble
Ooh, the
about
under-the-cabinet radio.
mundane, everyday issues during this time period from around 11 to 13 than they are before or after. And most of the squabbles that parents and teenagers have really are about independence in some ways. And there's a kind of inevitable clash
Hey, Green Day, thank you.
that parents need to be aware of.
Oh, is there a hype train? There's a hype train.
Are you in there? What are you doing?
I still love the Peter
Samantha,
Gabriel
this
train.
door is locked. Open it immediately.
Thank you for Green Day for gifting
One thing that
5
parents often comment
subs.
on is that their children
Kazeumi,
often
Xeno Fantasies, Daniel
demonstrate
Duke
a need
49,
for more privacy.
Ivar Schonevik, and Aldo
this is
512.
when kids will be in their bedrooms with the doors closed all the time, and parents will be wondering if this is a sign that they're doing something bad in there, or if they're keeping something or hiding something from them. Typically, they're not. But kids often do express a need for more privacy, for more aloneness, and it has to do with this drive toward becoming a more independent, self-contained person.
You should absolutely
The second behavior that parents
let your
often
adolescent
see, and one
children
that frequently annoys them, is that children don't like to be seen
remain
with
in
their
their
parents
bedrooms with the door
in a
locked,
way
doing
that
whatever
makes
the hell they're
teen look
doing
like a
and
child.
not try and
So
interfere
often we see
or
parents
pry.
and kids, let's say at church, and the child won't want to sit next to the parents, but might prefer to sit a little bit farther away with their friends. In addition, adolescents may not want you to demonstrate affection in public, but they usually appreciate it in private. Kids need their parents during this time more than ever. They need to know that their parents love them, that they stand by them, that they're there for them, especially when times get tough.
And the times do get tough for all families once in a while. Some level of conflict during the adolescent years is inevitable. There are, however, strategies we can use to minimize and reduce it. Many of these have to do with the way we set rules and limits and grant independence.
Kids who are the same age may be very different from each other in terms of their levels of emotional maturity, in terms of their levels of responsibility. So one thing is when you're making guidelines for your child is to try to take into account your child as an individual. Has my child been responsible in the past? When I've had expectations for my child, has she come through? Or has this been the kind of child that I've really had to keep tighter control over?
Let's look at some techniques that can help you grant your child greater independence safely and with a minimum level of conflict.
As a general rule of thumb, it makes sense to loosen the reins of parental control bit by bit as your child moves into and through adolescence. So we don't want to clamp down, certainly. We don't want to loosen them all at once and have no rules at all. We want to try to do it gradually as your child gets older and is more capable of responsibility. Give your child increasingly more responsibilities and increasingly more opportunities to make decisions.
I really hope we're going to get another
Now,
song.
we're just going to be down the block at the cruises, all right?
Yeah, you told me, Mom.
Do you have the phone number?
We know the number, Dad. All right, be careful.
This will give your child kind of practice in being an independent person. And if your child demonstrates that he can handle those responsibilities or that she can make good decisions, then you might, in response to that, increase the amount of independence that your child is granted.
Help your child learn and practice decision-making skills.
One thing that is important for parents to do is just to nurture the child's decision-making capacities. To, in early adolescence or prior to adolescence, give the child some practice in making some decisions and seeing consequences of those decisions so that they are wise risk takers, recognizing when things are too risky or
by our love, and they'll know we are Christians.
The other thing
by
that
our
parents can
love.
do is to simply acknowledge that risk-taking is part of adolescence, and it's okay for adolescents to take some risks, so long as they are positive risks. Many parents clamp down so hard on adolescents and have such a strict set of guidelines that adolescents have no choice but either to take no risks, and that sets them up for some real negative experiences later in life, or to take great risks to rebel against.
This is nostalgic for me because I was a choir
Another
kid in high
effective
school.
strategy is to pick your battles
But we
carefully.
sang
Big
Haydn.
problems arise in families where parents view every single conflict with their child as an opportunity to assert their authority as parents. It's a kind of domino theory of parenting that we know just isn't right. But many parents nevertheless believe, well, if I give in on how big her earrings are, she's going to be smoking marijuana tomorrow. And so I better fight with her about what earrings she wears to prevent more damage from
Earrings, the gateway drug to marijuana.
That isn't the way it works in families. What's better in families is to give your child some room to make some decisions on things that don't really matter all that much, but to stand firm on the things that are really important.
One very important strategy for minimizing conflict and setting fair and appropriate rules is the use of negotiable and non-negotiable rules.
Non-negotiable rules are rules that deal with physical and emotional safety and strongly held family values. These rules are the givens that are not easily changed. In contrast, negotiable rules are more flexible and more open to change. Negotiable rules deal with behaviors and tasks that parents expect, such as curfew, household responsibilities, and dress. Parents and adolescents can mutually determine the specific level of performance and the timing of negotiable rules. When you're setting non-negotiable rules, there are certain principles to keep in mind.
I'm glad I didn't smoke weed in high school.
Non-negotiable rules should address the safety and well-being of the adolescent.
If you're going to experiment with drugs, you should do it after your brain is fully formed.
For example, no using alcohol or other drugs, or in our family,
once you're an adult.
Teenagers should be sexually active. Non-negotiable rules may also reinforce existing laws. For example, no driving any car until you get your license.
I was not a cool kid.
Non-negotiable rules are most effective when they are kept to just a few important ones. So parents should try to be selective in which rules are considered non-negotiable. Adolescents may challenge even non-negotiable rules, but they usually will respect parental firmness if the few non-negotiable areas are important, selected with care, and are clearly stated and explained. Non-negotiable rules aren't subject to day-to-day reevaluation, but some will become negotiable as adolescents mature. For example, you cannot drive the car may be a non-negotiable before your adolescent has a driver's license, but will likely become a negotiable rule once he or she passes the test.
You were the king of the nerds, Haley?
While it's important to have a few select non-negotiable rules, most should be negotiable. Rules that deal with when homework gets done, curfew, how clean their room should be, and where your child may go are all rules that fall into this category. These too should be set with certain principles in mind. For example, negotiable rules should be made by parents and adolescents together, taking into account the needs of both. The more you involve your adolescent in the process of coming up with these rules and negotiating them, the more compliance you're going to get from your child. Kids don't mind obeying rules when they feel that they've had some hand in making them. What they do mind is obeying authority when it's imposed on them in a way that they think has been illegitimate or unreasonable. Parents should explain why they think a rule is needed and be willing to listen to their adolescent's opinion. Specific details of the rule and the consequences of breaking it should be negotiated based on input from both parents and adolescents. Most importantly, negotiable rules should be reevaluated from time to time as adolescents mature and demonstrate their responsibility. Otherwise, parents may find themselves trying to enforce rules that are inappropriate for their child's level of maturity.
Linda, I'm only going to say this once. The answer is no. You're only 12, and that's too young to go out with a boy on a date. Linda, I'm only going to say this once. The answer is no. You're only 14, and that's too young to go out with a boy on a date. Linda, I'm only going to say this once.
I love how they changed his shirt for every shot.
You're too young to go out with a boy on a date.
Dad, I want to introduce you to my fiancé, Biff. Dad, this is Biff. Biff? My dad?
Communication between parents and adolescents is often problematic. If communication is blocked or one-way or non-existent,
Haley, are there people who are actually named Biff in
effective
Wisconsin?
Communication, however, can be the key to successful relationships. Let's look at some of the challenges that parents and adolescents encounter when it comes to communication.
I don't know. I guess it's like, well, my parents talk, but they don't seem to talk to me. They talk at me.
Well, it's not like we have talk show type problems. We get along pretty well. But my son just never talks to me.
Parents complain their children don't talk to them enough, and adolescents complain that though their parents may talk a lot, they don't communicate. What's going on here?
There are a couple things that parents can do if they have a child who doesn't seem to be talking openly and honestly. One thing is to engage in fun activities with your child. You can't simply walk into your child's bedroom and say,
Sally, you haven't been talking. Is there something on your mind? Let's talk about it.
Most adolescents don't react very well to that. Instead, if you and Sally go to a baseball game, or go shopping, or go out for lunch, and have a fun time together, she may begin opening up more.
Use good times together, casual conversation and items in the news and on TV as door openers to conversation and communication that can bring you and your adolescent closer together. If you still find your adolescent isn't ready or willing to talk, be patient and be sure that they know you're willing to listen when they're ready to talk.
But I want you to know that I am here when you do want to talk to me about it. And if you feel like you want to talk to somebody else, I'll help you find somebody to talk to when you're ready.
Okay, Mom.
Okay. Now, good night.
Good night.
When adolescents complain about a lack of communication from their parents, they may be referring to any number of communication roadblocks that some parents put up without
So this
even
is from
knowing.
Aid Association for Lutherans,
Let's look in on the Lindley family,
which was
to
formed
see
in
what kind of
1902 and
roadblocks
which
may be hindering
merged
their
with
family
Lutheran Brotherhood in 2002 to form Thrivent Financial.
Well, here he is. Finally. Good morning, Sleeping Beauty. So nice of you to get your lazy bones up and out of bed.
Well, that didn't take long. Adolescents often take teasing and criticism quite personally. It may not always seem like it, but they put a lot of stock in what you say. Try to avoid teasing, criticizing, and ridicule.
I guess you're wondering why I was so late last night. Actually, it's kind of funny.
Now,
if
just
you,
hold it right there, young man. There's nothing funny about breaking your word or about being late. Punctuality is a sign of respect and intelligence. Now, we had an agreement that you would be in by 9, and you broke that agreement. How long do you think I would keep my job if I showed up late for work and then told my boss how funny it was?
Lectures and moral sermons are by definition one-way communication messages. If you want to encourage communication between you and your adolescent, avoid lecturing and moralizing.
I guess you're right. Running out of gas isn't so funny.
You ran out of gas?
I didn't run out of gas.
Well, let me give you some advice here, Lonnie. Always check the gas gauge. You put your seatbelt on, you turn the key, you check the gas gauge. Now, who's ever driving from now on, I want you to make it a point to ask how much fuel they have.
Giving too much advice and too many orders isn't a good way to encourage communication. You can be a valuable resource for your adolescent without being Ann Landers and General Schwarzkopf all rolled into one.
Ann Landers and General Norman Schwarzkopf. Oh boy.
Thanks,
This
Mom.
is from 1994.
Oh, Mom, I meant to ask you, can I go over to Matt's after school? He's got a new video game.
You are driving me crazy. I told you last night that your room has to be completely cleaned up before you're going anywhere. Oh, you make me so angry. You have no respect for the fact that I try and keep this house clean. You think I'm the hired help around here.
Lori just demonstrated another common communication roadblock, the you message. A you message may sound like a valid statement of fact, but its real purpose is to vent anger and assign blame. You messages put people down and tend to make them defensive, not the kind of approach that will encourage open communications. Roadblocks like these tend to cause adolescents to clam up or to give up on trying to communicate with you. Every time a communication roadblock prevents communication, it represents a lost opportunity, a missed chance to share with your child the things that are important to them and to you. Besides avoiding these and other roadblocks that can hinder communication, there are other techniques we can use to improve communication with our adolescents.
Well, I know my parents think I got like this big problem or something, but I don't. I just don't have anything to say. And even if I did, they wouldn't hear me. They're like there, but they don't really listen. Not really.
Most of the listening people do is very passive. We sit back and we listen to the TV or the radio. When we want to know what our adolescents are really saying and feeling, though, we have to be much more active. Listening in this way is called active listening. It involves concentrating, establishing eye contact, and using body language that lets the speaker know that you're listening and accepting what the speaker has to say without judging them. Also, with active listening, remaining silent can sometimes be as effective as responding. Another important technique of active listening is to reflect back what the speaker is saying and what you hear that they are feeling. Listening in this way is like holding up a mirror in which the adolescent can see his or her feelings with greater clarity. In other words, active listening means providing sensitive feedback.
No matter how successful we are at getting our adolescents to open up to us, it won't really improve communications unless we really hear and actively understand what they have to say. Not just the words they use and don't use, but the feelings that lie beneath the words.
What about you?
It's just me.
You want to tell me what's got you so upset?
It's just that it's all the time. Jeannie and her friends teasing me. We were in the locker room after gym and she goes, "Oh, look at Madonna." I thought Jeannie was my friend.
So you were embarrassed?
Yeah. Why do I have to be the one that's different?
You feel you're different? Different from all of your friends?
Well, not all of them.
Sir,
This girl
you brought me
Kelly, she's
tater
the same age
tots.
as I am.
You
and
are
she's as big as
a
I
great
am.
Midwestern mom. Thank you.
Do they tease Kelly?
No, she's proud of the way she looks.
And you're not.
Well, I guess I'm not ashamed, but it bothers me when they tease me.
So you'd feel better if they didn't tease you.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think's gonna make them stop teasing you?
Maybe if Jeannie knew how much it bothered me, maybe I should, talk to her.
Sounds like a good idea.
Another valuable technique we can use to improve communication and minimize conflict with our adolescents is the I message.
I messages should be used primarily when you have a problem with your adolescent that he or
brought to
she
you by
doesn't see
Apple.
as a problem. When you find yourself in such a situation, state the problem as you see it, explain why you see it as a problem, and then state the consequence that the problem causes for you.
Jeffrey, come over here, please.
Yeah, Mom? What's up?
Jeff, when I see your things all over the floor, I feel very frustrated. I work hard to keep this house clean.
The tone of Mom's voice indicated that she was angry, but her words made it clear that she was angry with her son's behavior, not with who he was as a person.
My mom was very good about
This is
this
one
when I was a
reason
kid.
why an I message is a much better communication tool than a you message, which we looked at earlier. Here's an easy-to-use formula for I messages. Begin with when, then name the behavior you're talking about, then the feeling that you're experiencing,
Like,
and then
I
state
learned
the
to see
consequence that the behavior
my-
causes. The example we just saw
I learned
looked
to see
like
my
this.
mom as a
When I see your things all over
human
the floor, I
because
feel
she
very frustrated. That's because I work
expressed
very
her
hard
sincere
to keep this
feelings
house
to me
clean.
instead of just
iMessages
lecturing.
are an excellent tool to use to improve communication between you and your adolescent, or anyone else for that matter. The important thing to remember about them is that they focus on what you are feeling, and they don't place the blame on someone else.
Hosting this series has been a special experience for me. I've enjoyed appearing in all the programs. When I first read the script for this one, I was prompted to take another
this
look
is a
at our
series.
family album, and one thing that struck me was that the adolescent years are in many ways similar to our children's
great.
early years. They can be turbulent, or terrific, or both. They're both times of rapid and dramatic change that pass too quickly. When they're small, we wonder how such a tiny package can hold so much promise. But from the very first, we seem to glimpse the future. From the first time they stand on their own and take their first steps, to the first time they run and fly away. From rocking in our arms, to rocking with the band, from swinging in the park, to swinging after dark.
Got all the little instrumental flourishes.
Power glides. Too soon our
He's playing a Tiger Electronics game at the dance.
I'm Michael Learned for Aid Association for Lutherans.
Oh my God, this is such a great tape. Oh, we're not getting a reprise of the Who Am I song. Stephen Small from UW-Madison. Yeah, this is much better than I expected it to be. Yeah, so this was a predecessor of Thrive-In, I guess. Well, I'm sorry we didn't get sports bloopers today, but that was I think that was better than it had any right to be. If that unlocked any trauma from your adolescence, good vibes to you. You can take a moment. It's I don't know. I appreciated it because it reminded me of like the experience of being a kid and a teenager. And ultimately, like where I'm standing today, I feel like I have grown as a person. And I'm increasingly coming to recognize the things that were difficult about being a kid and a teenager, and like figuring them out in therapy, etc. So for me, it helped me to recognize how far I've come, and I think all of us should recognize how far they've come. Like, you are a capable adult now. You can protect yourself in ways that you couldn't when you were young. You don't have to depend on shaky support systems the way that you might have had to as a kid. Give yourself a pat on the back. Ooh. All right. Well, I guess that means it's time. Is Psycho Pike rewound? Yes, it is. Beautiful Psycho Pike. All right. So, okay. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to run 3 minutes of ads real quick. And actually, Haley, if you're still watching, I know you have other stuff to do today. But if you happen to be around the living room or the kitchen, would you mind putting water back on the kettle for me so I can get a cup of tea without much trouble? Thank you so much. Yeah, so I'm going to run 3 minutes of ads right now. If you're a subscriber, hang with us. If you're not, we'll be right back. And we will get Psycho Pike going after the break. It's time for Psycho Pike. Whew. Yeah, I'm really interested now in finding more of these, but we found them in the Midwest. They're probably all over thrift stores in Minnesota and Lutheran land, but we're not really in Lutheran land down here. I'm excited for this. Yeah, I do. You know, having been with you for 10 years or so, Haley, I not to speak about your experience for you, but I do remember like going to family stuff being super stressful for you and full of like tension, and I witnessed things gradually get better. because of the work that you and your parents were both putting in. And now it's just, you know, fun to hang out with them. These are very good tater tots. The sriracha mayo is excellent. I should make sure I have enough hard drive space to record this stream. Oh god, I'm running out. Okay, let's fix that. Okay, great. Copy in progress. I know nothing about Psycho Pike, but I'm ready for Psycho Pike. Are you ready for Psycho Pike? From Waterwolf Productions. All right, folks, here we go. It's the main event. The moment you've all been waiting for. I feel like I should have, like, another version of the intro graphic that's like Golden VCR feature presentation. Hey, howdy, Sport Corgi. I think the last like super low budget feature film we watched was it was only 30 minutes, I think. The Buffaloes, the Christian college football movie. I have high hopes for Psycho Pike. Psycho Pike, starring Doug Miller, Wayne McNamara, and Sarah Campbell. This is one fish you really don't want to mess with. Cottage Lake was once a peaceful and serene getaway, but on one fateful day, the lake was filled with sheer terror. Toxic waste spilled into the lake, in turn causing a single pike, to grow abnormally large. Now it's out for blood, devouring the tourists and fishermen alike. This pissed-off pike will not stop the slaughter until someone is brave enough to kill the monstrosity. Runtime, 1 hour, 26 minutes, year 1992. Not rated. All right, folks. Bum 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 bum. It is time for a Golden VCR feature presentation. Psycho Pike. I swear to God, if this turns out to be Shrekfest. Screening copy only, oh no. Well, we're screening it. That's what we're doing. Can't blame us.
Well, it's gonna get dark soon.
This is based on a book? Oh, God. Blood. Okay, I'm turning this volume way the hell back up.
Far from the ocean, way off the roads, way deep down, deep below here, it's nobody home. And they're all in heaven, just where they should.
Is this like the director's friend's band doing the music?
Some folks in the weeds. I know I should have told you, but what fun would that?
Oh yeah, worth mentioning. This was sent in by Sentai Brad. You have Brad to thank for this. 100 bits from Will Peters. Seems like a movie Riff Tracks would do. Maybe they have.
I'm sure you wonder what's up with me, pacing up overhead. It's hard to see.
Somebody in a Jeep. They need to pull over and praise Jesus. They're really stretching out this sequence to get the most out of this song. Cow. Oh, now they got the top down. Gratuitous shots of cows.
I know I should have told you, but what fun would that be? Oh, we'd never have met each other.
2/3 water. Okay. Wait, is Alternative Rock Song the title of the song?
Everybody, Alventar here with you this fine AM. If you're just tuning in, hope you can stick around and let us slide you into your day.
Hey, Rhonda.
Oh.
In case you've already forgotten, we're on vacation. Cheer up.
My vacation doesn't start until I finish this correspondence course, so just leave me alone.
All work and no play. Aren't we the bitch today?
Come on, Reg.
Okay, Reg is the preppy
She's
boy.
got to get her work done.
Rhonda is
She
the
just
nerdy
wants you to
girl.
have fun, Rhonda.
He did in fact call her a bitch, yes. There's a lot of foot stuff in this movie, apparently.
Whoa! This will be the best summer of my life.
It's the most wooden delivery I've ever heard. This will be the best summer of my life.
What's that?
The Bible.
Since when did the Bible have photos?
This isn't just any old Bible.
Photos.
This is the angling Bible. Read this and your chances of hooking a lunker are guaranteed to improve.
You mean you might actually catch a fish this summer? That'll be a change.
It's not knowing if you'll catch something that makes it fun.
Tim's the king of fun.
Hey, according to this, Pike can grow up to 60 pounds.
We got Reg, we got Tim, we got Rhonda.
Imagine 60 pounds.
We got other
Whoa.
girl.
I know that's heavy reading, Professor, but could you pull yourself away from it for a second and check the map?
What, you don't trust my navigating? The turnoff's just ahead.
Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back with the weekly Top 10 countdown after some very important messages from some very important people.
Willie T's Gas Bar is more than just a fuel stop. It's also a convenience store. Just step into our newly renovated shack and feast your eyes on a wide assortment of chocolate bars, chips, and donuts. Hey, truckers.
Better stop for gas. Probably our last chance.
Willie's special blend is brewed fresh daily, and it'll help.
Are they hearing an ad for the gas station they're about to pull up to on the radio as they're driving by it? It's sure convenient.
Pumps to serve you better. Just look for the Pike.
You're listening to CPYK.
Ooh, old timer with sage advice. Yeah, I hope so. He sees you. He's already outside. Quit honking.
What can I do for you?
Fill her up.
Sure thing, Chief.
Sure thing, Chief. He is the wild Canadian hillbilly indeed.
Where are you headed?
Just down the road, Lake Shippagoo.
Uh-huh.
Lake Shippagoo?
He's from the city?
Yeah. Little R&R. Do some fishing.
Good fishing on Shippagoo.
He's got an eye patch.
Used to be a lot more people come here for the fishing. Ever since they reopened that lumber mill, they've been staying away. Townsfolk got to decide.
This guy's way too young
the tourism or that mill.
to be the addled old man
Well,
warning them.
No use bitching about it.
This guy needs a long
happened to your
white
eye?
beard.
Reg?
That's okay, sweetie. It ain't coming back. I lost it fishing.
I told you those hooks were dangerous.
It wasn't no hook. It was a fish. Northern pike. That one. They're mean, mothers. Crazy thing jumped right out of the lake and grabbed me. Clamped right onto my brow. I started whipping my head round back and forth, trying to shake the mother loose. It was like a vice grip or something. Man, did it hurt. It had teeth like well, damn sharp. I'm telling you, I saw my life flash before my eyes.
No, the guy in the very beginning was much
Well,
fatter, and he got his head
At
eaten
that
off.
point, I only had one left.
How much I owe you?
10 spot.
Pleasure listening to you.
Oh, my ma calls me William, but you can call me Willie T.
I'm Reg. This is Rhonda, Tim, and Dara.
Dara.
See you around.
Okay. Tim and Dara.
Why, yes. I dearly value your patronage.
Reg and Rhonda.
You'll find everything you need in that store.
And where's the post office?
I've got that too.
Let's go.
Yeah. Them fish are getting stranger and stranger.
$10 Canadian to fill up a Jeep. Yeah. They won't even stop in the store. Guy really wanted them to like buy a
Can
Pepsi.
you imagine that?
You don't believe that shit.
Sure I do. It was so vivid.
Every inbred person is a born storyteller.
Ooh, the
It's in
dissolve
their
transition
blood.
on that
They
title.
teach it in the schools too. Bullshitting 101. Then they advance to basket weaving.
That's my Reg.
You know, I was reading in the angling Bible that pike eat ducks. I think he was telling the truth.
Fine.
Turn left.
What?
Left, right here. Left.
Okay.
So what exactly do you have to do?
Go to different parts of the lake and fill these containers with water samples and mark the locations. I send them back to the city to be analyzed, and they mail back the results. Then I compile the information and drop some fancy charts. Pretty simple.
So what are the girls up to?
Well, Rhonda's working inside because it's so beautiful out here. She won't be able to concentrate. And Dara is up on the deck.
So they're on a fishing trip to relax, but
You know those party
Tim?
phone lines they
Was it
advertise on
Tim?
late night TV?
Tim is a science boy.
Really?
No. We were in the same psychology class.
No, it's not Tim.
She isn't Rhonda, but we're happy together.
See ya.
Wow, what great dialogue. See ya.
Hey, Tim.
Oh, it is Tim.
The police are here.
Tim and Dara.
What's up?
I don't know.
You all here for a little vacation?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I wouldn't be doing my duty if I didn't inform you of the disappearance of a local man. Goes by the name of Duffy.
Well, what happened to him?
That's just it. We don't know. Last we heard, he was going fishing. That was 3 days ago.
Have you searched the lake?
Yep. We can't find his boat.
Have you dredged the lake to find the body?
This lake's too damn big to dredge, son. It'll take months.
Well, if you knew the general area where he was.
Say, are you trying to tell me my job? You think you can ride in here to Shifagoo with your big city ways and solve all of my problems? Dredge the lake, huh?
I can't. Is he an Irish cop stereotype?
Are you telling me to dredge the lake? So what are you getting at, boy?
Nothing. I just thought when someone's presumed drowned, you dredge the lake.
Well, you don't know shit! And anyway, we don't know if he was drowned. I said I was informing you of a disappearance.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I best be going. If I was you, I wouldn't be taking any moonlight walks. You're safer inside until this thing gets sorted out. And it will be.
Everyone in this movie is a psychopath.
We'll definitely stay inside.
What does this Duffy guy look like, in case we come across something?
Yeah, big fat
Well, he's
guy,
a big
no
guy,
head.
brown hair, was wearing a red plaid shirt and work pants. He used to work the big saw down at the mill. And boys sure do miss him.
Well, we'll keep our eyes out for him.
And I'll keep my eyes on you.
What? Did they dub in a fart sound effect? Oh my god. They were wearing film garments. Their bare asses are in fact not out.
What is that?
If you look closely.
Balloon. That balloon.
So many stock sound effects. I've heard the same like chirping birds sound effect like 8 times already.
What was that? What is that?
It's probably one of those crazy Pike.
Last one out does the dishes.
on. Reel me in.
Oh, B-movie sex scenes. Come on.
Don't get any ideas. I'm exhausted.
You've got to be kidding.
Oh, yeah.
How crude, Psycho Pike. Yeah, they didn't even like wash the lake bacteria off of them.
CPYK's Shipagoo and music to live by.
They're like getting algae in all their orifices.
Hey, how about a little fishing?
Love to, but I have to send off some samples, maybe later. Where are the car keys?
They're in my room in the dresser.
I can't keep it straight, like, which character is which. Like, who's getting laid, who's the scientist, who's the... Which one has a thing for Rhonda but is with someone else? Like, I don't think it matters. That, oh, a big dog! Is that an Irish wolfhound?
Hey! Get out of here! Come on, move it. Move it. I think you missed a spot.
I love extremely tall dog.
Wally's Budget Barn is your one-stop shop for workwear. Just listen to these prices. Baseball caps for as little as $3.99. Quality brand vinyl work boots not recommended for use around open flame, $12.77. And poly...
Screening copy only. Oh, don't hurt the dog.
Dara, come look at the dog.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Oh no, you oh. Well, now I really am not rooting for this fish. But I do still want the people to get killed by the fish, so I'm really torn now.
I resent that. I have been very careful with my mother. No, Mother, I haven't met any Indians. I'd probably be in prison if I used the word Indian. But I can tell you that I met a vertically challenged native.
Jesus. She's talking about how she can't use the word Indian because she'll get canceled by the woke cancel culture of 1992.
Probably too busy getting there mad. Look, Mother, I don't see how you expect me to find a husband if I can't even offer to buy someone tea. Fine, Mother, I don't even want a husband. Figure it out yourself.
So clearly she's going to have a romantic thing with Science Boy.
Shipagoo Pop Company, can you hold?
Love to.
Yeah, I think Rhonda had the short hair and Dara had the
Shipagoo Pop Company, how may I help?
curlier hair.
William Slatterly, please.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's Reg.
Well, hello.
Okay, so Reg is Science
Keep on
Boy.
worrying. I just received the first sample results. The lake's a mess. It's borderline contaminated.
That's okay, Reg. That's why we're doing these tests. Did you follow my instructions and label the samples with another name?
Yeah, but you're destroying the lake.
Ominous man.
Just trying to buy enough time so that I can have enough money to get the new equipment. Once it's installed, our discharge will be so clean you'll be able to wrap your lips around our outflow pipes and think that you're drinking some of that fancy French bottled water.
Please
So
don't
how do you propose
blow
to
the
buy time?
sewage pipes.
Go find some clean water and label the samples as Lake Chippewa. Go through the motions of taking real samples and keeping a detailed map of the lake.
Let's defraud the
But
EPA.
use the results from the clean water.
Sounds possible, but I never really pictured myself as part of a cover-up. I care about the lake.
I know that. And so does my inside man at the ministry.
You have to understand, we have to let the lake get a little bit worse before we have the money to make it a whole lot better.
I hope you're with me on this.
Sure thing, Uncle Slats.
Uncle Slats?
Keep in touch.
Will do.
This
Bye-bye.
is so confusing. More shots of a Jeep driving around. Yeah, is Willie T gonna... I bet Willie T is gonna save them in the end. And then get killed by the Pike. I want to hear everyone's predictions for what tropes are going to occur. I don't think we've seen the last of Willie T. Yeah, he was the only one like trying to act. There's definitely the Pike is definitely gonna attack when sex is happening. That's for sure. He's doing a corruption.
Hey, you coming?
Yeah, just let me grab some beers.
They're already in the cooler. And ice cold.
Nothing I like better than the totally prepared fisherman. Let's go catch us some lunkers.
Right on.
Okay, yeah, that's Rhonda back there because she's working on her correspondence course. Yeah, Science Boy Reg not getting laid. Was he the one who was saying she's not Rhonda but she'll do before, or was that the other guy?
It looks pretty pikey in there.
Is Reg into Rhonda? He was chastising her about who was sleeping with who in the...
They're hungry.
Pike are always hungry.
They all look the same. Like
There.
white people. I mean, so it's hard. It's hard to tell, especially at this VHS quality. I would have to assume this is the same boat from the prologue shot of the guy getting killed, because I don't think they would have bought two different boats for this. They're just borrowing one boat.
you want to go with a lure, at least make it worth your while. It's called the Nasty Boy. It works.
Nice name. But it's a little big, don't you think?
Okay, so Science Boy Reg
Better the catch.
was trying to make a move on
Bombs away.
Rhonda. They were sleeping in the same bed, and Reg was trying to make a move on her, and she was like, no. I think that's the characters. I'm just trying to get the characters straight.
Not a single strike. I guess I have to improve my technique.
Patience, my friend, patience. So how are things with you and Rhonda?
All right.
Here we go.
It's still hard for me to see you two together.
So Rhonda is Nasty Boy's ex.
But I think this trip was a good idea.
Me too.
I wasn't sure whether you...
Look, Tim, she's with me now, and I'm glad we can still be friends, but I don't want to keep talking about it every time we're alone together. If you can accept it, then please just accept it, okay?
Yes, sir. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Stand back. Come to Papa.
Thank you for the cheer, Reed. We got
Poor thing's
Ghost
dead.
of Nasty Boy. It's got the
Congratulations.
Nasty Boy
Not quite a
hairdo and
runker,
all.
but for the first one of the season, I'd be pretty happy.
It's dead.
I sure put up one hell of a last fight, though.
How am I supposed to practice catches and releases if the thing's already dead before it gets to the boat?
Ah, don't worry about it. You could take the odd fish without harming the fish population.
I know, but
Yeah, Reg and
I just
Rhonda
like
are
to know that
dating.
I'm doing everything I can.
Look, Tim, enjoy the bloody fish.
And Tim is hooking up with Dara,
Let's go
but
show
he
the girls.
he still
Let me get a sample.
clearly has feelings for Rhonda. And there's another woman who is strong and independent and don't need no man, and who is talking to her mom in the phone booth. But none of the other characters have interacted with her. Is Rhonda going to finish her correspondence course by the end of this movie?
Nice fish.
Why, thank you.
You should have seen the one that got away.
Really?
No, there's only one fish today.
Wow, look at the teeth. How much do you think this thing weighs?
About 4 or 5 pounds?
No way. 2 if you're lucky.
Oh, yeah, right. If it was yours, you'd say it was 10.
Not even I would claim such a small fish was 10 pounds.
Small?
You're pretty easy.
A little lemon, a little onion. Should be pretty tasty.
You don't want to eat that.
Sure I do.
Pike aren't good eating. Besides, they're full of bones.
I was reading in the Bible about a deboning technique just for pike. Sounds pretty simple.
What about...
Great. I'm gonna go set up the barbecue.
I think that you don't want to eat it because of the toxic water that we're lying to the Canadian version of the EPA about. We cleared up the relationship dynamic between Tim and... There's a love triangle between Tim and Reg and Rhonda. Rhonda used to date Tim, but
That's
now
disgusting.
she's with Reg. Reg, who is the science boy. Reg is the science boy, Tim is the boy who's
It's all
getting
part
some
of the food chain.
with
I
Dara,
like to think of the lake as a large swimming pool. I don't want to hear about food chain.
but he still has a thing
just
for it.
happens to be full of decaying matter. Only natural.
Oh, fresh fish guts are a little too natural for this girl.
At least try to throw it in the other direction.
You know what this is missing?
Fish stinks.
Some sort of like legally distinct Jaws theme every time they show the fish.
Bananas get right. That's
There's no musical motif at all for the fish.
Well, it will taste great.
None for me, thanks. I have to go mail some samples.
I think I'll join you.
Oh, they're going back to Willie T's post office.
Not really.
Thanks.
Sorry, honey. It's a beautiful fish. I just don't feel like it. See ya.
Now, which one is that, though? Is that Rhonda or Dara?
Yeah.
What is the... Yeah. What is the significance of these interactions to these characters? How do they feel about this? We have no idea.
Why are we together alone, staring at each other's private home? Oh, oh, oh. Grazing eyes can't see, and we stink like fish.
Is this an original soundtrack for Psycho Pike?
Shouldn't smoke. Those damn things will kill you.
I know, but I figure beer has a neutralizing effect. Drink one beer for every 3 smokes, and you'll live a built 10 just like my grandpappy.
I figure my wife will kill me before I hit 50.
You come out here fishing all day, I think you're probably right.
I love this rural Canadian folksiness.
Whoa, fish on. I got one. I got a fish on. Come on, daddy. Come on, baby.
So apparently they're only going to kill off insignificant background characters who we have no attachment to because they just get introduced and then immediately die.
I got you. Come on, baby. Come on.
Yeah, these 2 men are more likable than the main cast of this movie.
Feel my heart's just a pounding. Oh, what a fish! What a fish!
Nice.
Oh.
10 pounds.
10 pounds? You're crazy. That's 15 pounds. 15 pounds of throbbing, pulsating pike right there. And he put up a good fight. Fan bloody-tastic.
How could you kiss something as ugly as that?
He's better looking than you are. I love this fish. I just love him.
This fish is more than ugly. It's dead.
I love this guy's acting so much.
Well, he put up a good fight.
We gotta pause this in case someone gets killed. Oh, it's just a fish. Perfectal poundance of fen vibrating a pike fish.
It's your time.
Is he gonna get killed like at the moment the photo is snapped? And then as we cut away from him getting killed and there's blood in the water and then a Polaroid of him getting killed by the fish floats by in front of the camera.
You bastard!
What? What? happening? Why did he just... Why did he just barrel roll out of the boat?
我好高興同你傾偈。對我嚟講啦，你開個價錢都幾合理。不過我仲要同我拍檔商量下，希望我哋可以成交。
Okay, now there's a Chinese businessman. What? Are they buying Willie T's gas station? Are the Chinese businessmen in league with the shadowy man at the EPA?
How are my city friends today?
Fine, thanks. Could you understand what he was saying?
Well, I wouldn't say I was fluent in their tongue, but I can get the gist of it.
Sure you can.
I can.
Definitely.
I may only have a grade 6 education.
Good ghost.
But I watch the news, and I understand the importance of global trading partners. Learn the speech of the East, and your business will go nowhere but up.
Looking for money to upgrade your pump?
Listen, Catfish. Them two boys are from Hong Kong, and they got themselves a pile of money you can only dream about. They're planning to buy up all the land around Chippewa.
I can't tell if she's laughing in character or if she's just laughing at the absurdity of this performance.
Sir. And Willie T stands to make some good money selling off this land.
Ah. The people on the lake will never go for it. They bought land up here to get away from things like that.
In a market economy, money talks.
Here's $5. Give me some gas.
Oh no. Well, I'll be going through a much larger Bello Bunny box soon, and that will net you some points for sure. Oh, thank you for the 200 bits, Bello.
$4 for 67, 68, 69. That'll just about do her.
Jesus. I love this movie.
This too. Here.
And it's 1992 adolescent sense of humor.
You want your change?
Okay, fine, you're right, it's an alert. It has to be an alert, doesn't it?
$4 for 60.
Oh, she was making eyes at Willie T.
68, 69. That'll just about do her.
I didn't catch that.
I have to mail this too. Here.
She's making eyes at Willie T in a
Take 10.
flirting way, and he is annoyed by it.
You want your change?
Yes. See the way he looked at you when he said 69? Like I'm sure he couldn't have put in 70 or 71.
At least he made the pass at me and not you.
Oh, you enjoyed it?
No, the guy's a creep.
I hear the fish are really fighting.
I wouldn't know.
Hey, you didn't happen to see an Irish wolfhound, did you?
No.
It's been gone a couple of days now. Starting to get worried.
Oh no, dog.
Sure miss the varmint.
Yeah, I'll keep my eyes out.
Toodle.
Toodle. That's very curt. A toodle, but no Lou. Wait, who is that now? Is that his lover?
That guy's trouble.
How would you know?
Because he's my cousin.
What? What's going on? We are starting to need the photos on the wall with the red string tied between them.
Thanks for dinner. I'm really glad we did this.
Me too. It was really hard when you left me, but when you started sleeping with my best friend.
I know. I wish it could be somebody else. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Well, you said we wanted to be friends, right? So here's to friendship.
Oh, those are cheap glasses. So this is Tim and
Dora seems like
Rhonda,
a fun girl.
I guess that makes me pretty lucky.
who were together, but now
No.
Rhonda is
I'd
with
say she's a lucky one.
Reg instead. But Dara,
I know how fragile
who
a
is
male
currently
ego
Tim's
is.
girlfriend, went with Reg to the post office.
And I just want you to know that you're a hell of a lot better in bed than Reg is.
I don't want to hear about his sexual performance, please.
Jeez. These people have issues. These are not healthy relationship dynamics.
If we were both so damn good, then why are you with him?
She's actually working for the Chinese businessmen. She's part of the plot. They're paying her to seduce Reg.
This is perfect.
Romantic burp.
Watch out for the bears. Never could handle the beer.
Sorry to be a party pooper, but I'm going to bed.
Are you okay?
Not really.
A party animal she is not.
Romantic burp.
I only had 2 beers.
Thank you for the cheery ghost read.
Something else. Good night.
Yeah, I think it's the.
Pretty late.
It's got to be the
I think I'll
toxic
join you.
fish.
Sweet dreams.
You forgot about the main plot of the movie. The part that's on the back of the box.
What do you say I go warm up the bed?
Yeah, because Dara didn't want the fish and Reg didn't want the fish. So the other two of them must have eaten
I'll
the
be
fish.
up in a minute.
Oh boy. Thank you for the on-screen puking. Commitment to the craft.
Hey, Tim, I hope you're going to play.
The fish aren't biting.
What
He's
do you
pregnant
expect to
too.
catch from the dock?
It's as good a place as any. It even says in the Bible how people will go out in a boat for hours, not have any luck, get back to the dock, take a cast, and whammo, a lunker.
Well, as long as you don't hook me.
My ears are not trained enough to the Canadian accent to understand if someone is saying out in a boat or out and about.
Arms and legs
Because they're both
wrapped
pronounced
around each
out in a boat.
Unless he
tap.
The males don't even have peppers. He fertilizes the eggs after she lays them. They don't really make it at all.
That sounds like me and Reg.
You're gonna scare all the fish away.
Well, there are different regional accents. You probably speak with the accent of the village of Midway, capital of the British Columbia.
I'm never going in that lake.
Why?
Those fish have teeth.
They're only small, though.
They bite with their teeth. I don't want to get bitten.
Everyone keeps making catty remarks about each other's
It's dead.
sexual prowess. And they're not even like good catty.
sick.
They're just like really
Stop being a fish.
starkly rude.
One parasite after another.
They don't look like parasites.
Ah, I wouldn't worry about it.
They look like lesions. Something's wrong with these fish.
It is, yeah. The first dead fish that was caught, I assumed it was because the psycho pike was swimming around, and like
What's that smell?
the psycho pike
It's a dead fish.
bit it and killed it before it, like, between the time it bit the hook and got reeled in.
What's in the water?
What?
The tests. What do they say?
But they do seem to be catching
Not
a lot
much.
of dead
It's a pretty
fish.
clean lake.
How does a dead fish bite a hook?
PCBs, bit of mercury, some kind of dioxin. What? There's got to be something coming out of that mill.
Just the usual trace amounts, nothing serious.
Come on, Reg. Tell me what's going on.
Look, Tim, this lake's in good shape. Hell, I wouldn't be swimming in it if it was anything but. Come on, relax.
Why is he so committed to defrauding the EPA? I guess because his uncle is corrupt. Was this going to be phone booth woman?
How can you be so cruel? You are the most insensitive bastard I have ever met. Think of everything I've done for you, and you can't help me once. Just this once. I don't believe it. I could just scream. I don't believe it. I don't believe it! You bastard! Oh. Okay. If you don't want to come here and fix it, I'll just leave it here to rot. Forget it. Just forget it. Don't you ever talk to me again.
Random
I can take care
roadside
of
phone
myself.
booth.
Looking for some help?
I'm looking for a slap.
Whatever turns you on.
Get lost.
Yeah, is that a different one?
Shippigoo Pop Company. How may I help you?
Are all of these random female characters just one-offs who don't impact the story at all?
Yeah, it's Reg. I'm worried, Uncle Slats. I can feel this thing slipping away.
You're doing a great job. My man at the ministry tells me they're storing all the results in their main computer. If anyone decides to do any snooping around, it'll take them months to get through the existing data.
Have you seen any of the fish lately?
A busy man. I don't have time to do any fishing.
They're a mess. Once the tourist season hits full swing, people will be catching all kinds of fish, and even if you've never seen a fish before, one look at these and you'll know there's something wrong.
By the time those sunburned city people catch
His delivery is so
I'll
bad.
already have installed my new equipment.
You're screwed.
I'm not. But if ever I am, so are you.
We're in this together.
Sounding more and more like that jellyfish son of mine who skipped off to study ballet.
Let's keep him out of this.
Exactly. He's completely out of this. Out of my business and out of my will. Smarten up. I plan on retiring in the near future, and you'll take over everything.
You'll help me pull this off. You'll be set for the rest
Okay,
of your life.
finally we have some kind of
serious,
motive.
Uncle Slats?
Sure, I'm
Are
serious.
you serious, Uncle Slats?
You keep us out of jail. We'll be making mountains of money.
Will the lake return to normal?
Sure it will. It'll take some time. Yeah, I will.
Oh, it is! Oh my God, that's Willie T's
I didn't make it in the world of business by making false promises.
roommate.
The water quality is vital to our success.
I'm in. 100%.
And remember, you want something in life, go for it. And keep in touch.
Will do. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, that was simultaneous. Same brain cell, huh? Really LGBT. Is jellyfish? Is that a homophobic slur? Because if so, I think it's a very creative and obscure one. Sometimes hateful language just makes you go, okay, I guess. Okay, so now Tim is doing his own science on the fish. Or is that Reg? God, I can't tell. No, that's Tim.
It's gonna get dark soon.
Howdy. We're watching Psycho Pike. We could explain the backstory, but it's not important. Reg's uncle is very corrupt and like... Reg's uncle must be implicated in the pollution of the lake via the lumber mill. Because he needs Reg, his nephew.
我哋可以成交，仲要同我拍燈兩下，
I wonder if they actually hired
幾合理。講啦，你開個
people
價
who
錢。
speak Chinese or if he's just saying gibberish. Why is the businessman such a weirdo? This is a lot of like weird stereotypes. Oh, he's tanning. That's what the reflector things are. Oh my God. This is so stupid. What is this Steven Seagal shit? It's very bad. I feel like I did Tai Chi better than this guy. So yeah, we don't know whether the Chinese businessmen have money, and Willie T stands to benefit from an association with them. They probably have something to do with the lumber mill. Oh no. Oh no, it's for Psycho Pike. Everyone just keeps jumping into the water of their own accord and getting killed by the fish. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, he's gonna kung fu the fish. Yes, every Hong Kong businessman is a martial artist who responds to every danger. Oh my God, the fish! The sound effect. They're just tossing it into the camera. Oh no! Okay, now don't just jump in the water. It would be inconvenient to the plot if I were still alive and missing an arm. I better just jump in the water and die.
I guess even fishing books are only so exciting.
Okay, so this is Reg and Dara again.
Very good, actually.
So where are we on this map?
Right here.
I didn't realize the lake was so big.
So the sexual tension here is supposed to be scandalous.
There's a lot of bays and channels.
God, this movie loves feet. They definitely have. There's definitely some foot stuff going on with the people behind this film. Which, you know, not to yuck the yum. It's fine. But it's starting to feel a little conspicuous. Yes, we can.
Want some water?
Yeah.
Okay, I gave Brad another 1,000 golden VCR fun points because this movie is too good.
Sure.
Want some water?
Come on. Let's go to bed.
Dara and Tim were fucking like rabbits earlier in the movie, and then all of a sudden they just stopped. There just had to be this like weird thing going on. Suddenly she's way more into Reg for some reason. Yeah, she's a little mad about the algae crotch. Yeah, I would be too.
How are you doing?
Very good, thank you. And what are you like today?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. What can I do for you?
I noticed you have a, how do you say, outhouse.
Yes.
We need every
but I'm
ethnic
sorry.
stereotype
It's my
in
own
this movie.
personal outhouse, and I don't let anyone else use it.
No, thank you. I was wondering if I could take a photo of it.
You want a picture of my shit house?
Ah, Scheißehausen. Das ist gut, ja?
Scheißehausen.
Yeah, I'm traveling this big world.
Scheißehausen, das ist gut, ja?
All different kinds of toilets. And I was wondering if I could take one of your shit houses.
Why are you taking pictures of toilets?
Well, I've noticed that people keep magazines and books by their toilets. So I thought, why not have a book about toilets that you can keep on your coffee table?
Do you have any pictures of toilets in Hong Kong?
Yeah, I was there last year. Why, have you been to Hong Kong?
No, just wondering.
Like, this is
Go
all
ahead.
threaded through the plot.
The place is kind of special to me.
Okay, very careful, very careful.
There's a German photojournalist, I guess, you might say. I have no idea what's going to happen. If that's what they were going for. Oh, is that the stereotype? I love this movie. It's a bad movie. There's a lot of distasteful stuff in it, but it wears its weirdness on its sleeve.
No gas today?
I have to send these off. Is there any mail for me?
Yeah, I'll get it.
Take your time.
Always do.
Do you have anything for diarrhea?
Why don't you just wear a muzzle? No, I'm clean out.
Wow. Willie T has got to be my favorite character. We've only got, apparently, 25 minutes left in this movie.
Whatever. What?
How's the water in Lake Shippagoo?
Good.
How good?
As good as any other lake.
Honest engine?
If you don't believe me, you can read the results.
I've already read these.
That's a federal offense, buddy.
So's misleading the federal government.
What are you talking about?
Putting spring water in them containers and pretending they're from Shippagoo.
Willie T is on to you, Reg.
I've seen you. They come down heavy on environmental criminals these days.
I haven't done anything to the environment.
Your partner sure has.
No one can prove anything, and the lake will be back to normal before you know it.
Bella Bunny, thank you for gifting a sub to Willie the Gay.
Why don't you just sell your land to those developers?
Well, I figure you guys can give me a nice stash of cash, and I'll sit here nice and quiet like, and we'll all live happy ever after.
You're crazy.
The town council is meeting tomorrow night. If I give them my information, your uncle will lose his lease. Like that. Furthermore, I'll watch you guys rot in jail for a long
Oh, so the uncle is the landlord. The uncle owns the property that's going to be sold to the Chinese.
Let me talk to my uncle and see what we can work out.
Pleasure doing business
The
with
Chinese are dead, though. They got attacked by the fish. So I assume if it gets out that the lake is super contaminated, the land will be worth less, and the deal might go through, and the uncle won't get rich off of the deal. But I thought Willie T was going to benefit from the deal, too. So wouldn't Willie T stand to gain from the fraud? He should keep his mouth shut and let the deal go through. But instead he's trying to blackmail them to get more money.
Looks like Willie T wants to cause us some problems.
How much does he know?
Everything.
What does he plan to do about it?
Who is this
guy? He wants money to stay quiet.
Alf, thank you for gifting a sub to Willie the Sad Smile.
I know Willie T better than the inside of my mouth. That boy'll never keep quiet. Don't worry.
Is it the
I'll
cop?
take care of him.
What do you plan on doing?
Does he not? Oh no, he has a left hand.
Well.
He's sharpening a
One
saw.
big scare will take care of him.
I hope it works.
No, his uncle works in that office.
will.
That's like seems to be from the 1930s. That he's talked to on the phone a couple times. This is his
famous coffee and donuts to the boys out there on the front line. Way to go, Willie.
Willie T is serving his famous coffee and
What do you
donuts
think
to
of
the
Reg?
boys out there on the front lines. Are they at,
Seems nice enough.
are they at war?
I'm not sure what's going on, but I think there's something wrong with the water.
He showed me some of the results the other night. It all looked fine.
That's just it. He says the water's fine, but man, the fish, they're sick.
I don't see how the tests could lie.
They're only catching
I
dead
know,
fish.
When I showed the fish to Reg, he just shrugged it off like it was normal.
Is it?
Of course not. And he knows it.
That's your best friend you're talking about.
I know. That's what makes this so difficult. But I know he's hiding something.
Whoa, Tim, ease off. Don't do something you'll regret.
I've already sent off my own water samples. I'm just waiting for the results.
You know, you have really lost it. Ever since he's been with Rhonda, you've suspected the worst. I know it's hard to get over, but don't go jumping to wild conclusions.
Oh, it's
This has nothing to do with Rhonda.
Oh, come on.
Canuxploitation.
You know, every time you're together, you give him a hard time.
Refers to
No, I don't.
Canadian
That guy loves
Canadian
you, his brother
exploitation
Tim. He's
films.
told me so. And he obviously values the friendship a lot more than you do.
That's great.
It's not true. He's my closest friend. I love the guy.
Great. Let's go snooping around your best friend's back. Don't forget, she left you. He didn't take her away.
Leave her out of this.
Did you receive the results?
No.
Do yourself a favor and don't pick them up.
Yeah, this is literature right here. Cliff Twemblow's The Pike. You can buy it on Amazon for $18.
Willie T! Don't keep your customers waiting. Willie T!
So is this is the uncle, right? It's so hard to tell. This is the mastermind of the corruption. Yeah, that would make sense. So the uncle is paying off the... It's the German... No, the German left. Oh, God, really too. There we go, Willie T.
Next up, so.
How did he know he was going to be in the toilet at precisely that moment? It's because he lifted the lid, I guess. They were trying to kill Willie T? The German guy was sent to kill Willie T. All right. All right. But was that the corrupt uncle who went in there to, because he was trying to find, why would just a random man be snooping around in the outhouse? Oh yeah. Get down in that toxic water. Great, now their hair's wet, so I have no idea who is who. This is Reg and... No, is that Tim? I can't tell. Tim and Dara. Yeah, I think Willie is canonically bi.
Where are you?
Thank you, Trill.
Where are you?
That's Reg because he's muscular but has those skinny arms. But was that Dara? He could have easily said her name in the script, but no. They had to make the dialogue has to be as minimal and as obscure as possible. Where are you? Where are you? Scene over. Okay, now the cop has showed up. And that's the cousin? That's the cousin, because he's wearing the same t-shirt.
What happened, son?
The whole thing just blew up.
Where's Willie T?
Gone to the great gas station in the sky.
Well, just try to relax. Let's get you to town and get you a good hot cup of coffee.
I used to be a bisexual gas station owner like you.
Thanks.
Then I took a bomb to the butthole. The plot of this movie is so hard. Like, it just keeps fraying into all these little threads.
I was up earlier, but I went back to sleep.
You didn't happen to see Dara, did you?
She said she was going for a swim.
When was that?
A couple hours ago.
I don't see her.
Maybe she went for a walk.
The clothes are on the dock.
So Reg just left her to die, and then it showed no concern about it. Thanks, Green Day. See you around.
What do you think?
Yeah, she probably walked into town. I'm gonna go look for her.
Walked into town without putting her clothes back on.
Owner and chef Louis Tabernac is now fully recovered from that near-fatal hunting accident, and he's pleased.
They gotta dub in more farts. That's how you know he's the character who farts.
Every Friday, but every night is liver night. Couldn't you go for some right now?
They can't give any of the other characters personality so that you can tell who they are.
I need your help.
But farting sheriff.
Just relax, son. Something's going on. My friend is supposed to be testing the water, and I know for a fact he's changing the results. The only
Snitch.
other person I've told has disappeared. I think he may have done something.
So you told your girlfriend?
No, I only hinted at it.
What makes you think this person would want to harm her?
I don't know. Maybe she started asking him questions.
Did you mention anything to him?
No, I only talked about it with my girlfriend.
How long has she been missing?
I haven't seen her since last night.
About what time?
10:30?
Yeah, that's the guy in the shed.
What?
Look, just stay cool. But last night, someone was hunting in the woods late, and they found a body.
Oh, no. Is it my girlfriend?
If you're up to it, you could try to identify the body.
Okay.
It's a middle-aged Chinese man with an arm missing. Is this your girlfriend? Middle of the woods, yep. It's a bit of a hike to get out there. Okay, so the cop is going to kill him.
What the hell?
Now, take a good long look, boy. Now, this is what happens to people who interfere with the mill.
He really must be getting paid a lot. He'll just wantonly murder people. I'm sorry, we need to see that. We need to see that moment again. I don't know what the hell just happened. The gun went off. Did it kill the cop? He pulls the gun out. He's going to shoot him. He yanks on his ankle. He's dead. He fell onto soft dirt and died. I mean, it's an exploitation film. It's supposed to be funny on some level. Ooh. Ooh, camcorder in the woods, running full steam. Oh! Ooh, that's some good prosthetics. Holy shit. Amazing. Oh no. Oh, more foot stuff. Pike's gonna eat his foot. Okay, but Rhonda's innocent. So why are you all jumping into the water? I mean, he already had his neck ripped open. He's probably toast. Okay, Tim's okay. Oh no. Pike is eating the rudder. Tim is not okay. Or sorry, Reg is not okay. Oh my god, did they kill the Pike? All it took was hitting it with a boat? Yeah, we are 6 minutes away from the end of the tape. Willie T! It's Willie T! Was he in the wreckage? Did he just survive the explosion? Wait, are those the random women from earlier at the phone booth? Okay, so Tim and Rhonda end up together as is meant to be. The Psycho Pike saved their relationship.
Sounds good. Nothing I like better than an angry Pike.
These fish are strange. Real strange.
Nothing I haven't seen before. I hooked a mean one in Thunder Bay. Crazy thing jumped out of the water and grabbed me. I'll tell you about it later. Right now, I'm heading down to the lake.
That's how you know this is a Canadian movie. We're talking about Thunder Bay.
Good luck, Red.
And what a beautiful day it's shaping up into here in God's country. We've got all the hits you want to hear, and then some. Keep us on all day long, and we promise to keep you real good company on CPYK.
Oh, that guy was a cameo?
Just wanted to wish you good luck with the reconstruction.
Why, thank you. I even got myself some new partners.
And I got my old partner back.
Had enough fishing for a while?
His shirt is so dirty.
Yeah.
It's been the same dirty shirt the whole movie.
Why, yes, I most certainly did.
Good luck.
Take care.
See ya.
Small town, where you gonna put the big whale? Swims across the ocean, swims across the sea. Where you gonna put the big fish? Swims across the moon, some might call the sea.
Oh, more cows. More very strange music. Psycho Pike. Do we get credits? Yeah, we get credits. Willie T, Cliff McKinson, Sheriff Uncle Slats. Oh, Jake was the name of the dog that played the wolfhound. Psycho Pike designed by Sean. Yes, an alias.
What about Tom Thompson?
What about Tom Thompson?
Did he fall the same with no one watching? Was it silent? Did he feel no pain?
Yeah, 2/3 water.
Tried to tell us.
Stinks Like Fish was a pretty good song.
Don't ask me a
Lure King, Pepsi Cola Canada, Executive Helicopters of Collingwood, Blue Mountain Springs, Big Tub Harbor Resort, Tam Dive, Township Volunteer Fire Department, Amabel Township, the capital of Ontario. Cedar Grove Camp at Sky Lake, and McCullough House in Allenford, Ontario, Canada. Cabin 6 is okay. Oh, Jake.
No, it's us who's sorry to let you go. All but empty. Must have wondered when we feel the same way. When they fell around us, right through the wings. Don't ask me.
Wow. That was really something. I liked that a lot. How did we all feel about Psycho Pike? Don't try to defraud the EPA. It will not end well for you. That was very good. I don't know. The plot was way more intricate than I expected. Like, there were so many characters and threads and motives that it really took us a long time to figure out because the movie was not that good at explaining them. But yeah, I was invested, man. I thought it might just be like a basic plot that would drag on for too long. But the Psycho Pike part of it was not that prominent in the runtime of the movie. Ooh, that was excellent. Yeah, I assume the German guy planted the bomb because he was paid off by the uncle. And I think the guy who showed up. Wait, but if the uncle paid him to put the bomb in the toilet, why would he open the toilet and kill himself? Nothing really. If that wasn't the uncle, then there's no real resolution for the uncle. Also, the cousin who was Willie T's love interest got murdered and dumped in the woods. Did the sheriff die when he fell? Or is he still alive? Sheriff planted the bomb. Well, Sheriff paid the German to plant the bomb, I guess. That was a great movie. I do have to say, thank you again to Sentai Brad for sending in Psycho Pike. This was a real treat. Yeah, I guess the German Man was comic relief, and the random women were just like non sequiturs, like they didn't go anywhere. I really thought they were going to be like involved in the romantic subplot of some of the characters, but nope. They were just there to use the phone booth. And the Chinese businessman just died. I guess the deal fell through. Wait, was the plot ever uncovered? Who knows? Yeah, this is Hall of Fame material for sure. Was there a plot? Who knows? I assume the uncle went to jail and they just didn't have the money to film that scene. Boy, Psycho Pike. What a treat. Let me clear this tape. And let's see. Do you want like a brief palate cleanser to end the stream, or do you prefer to have Psycho Pike be the end of it? No, you certainly can't. You certainly can't top Psycho Pike. Okay, I wanna real quick watch Donkey Kong Country Exposed, because it's very short and it just has fun energy. I don't think it will detract from the Psycho Pike hangover. It'll just be a nice little palate cleanser. Because, God, I'm going to be thinking about Psycho Pike for a while now. Definitely. Let's see. Donkey Kong Country Exposed. This was from Nintendo Power in 1994 to promote the development and release of Donkey Kong Country. Mailed to you direct from Nintendo. Let's do it. Whoop. Yeah, and then that'll be our stream for today. What a great one this has been. The Warner Brothers cartoons may or may not survive. I wish we had something less dicey at the beginning of this otherwise really memorable stream. The parenting tape was excellent. All right, if you're offended by what Nintendo Power considers graphic.
Whoa, and it blows your mind. It's all the shading and stuff. It's really well shaded. Everything looks so rounded.
And you're really going to think that it's a game that's a generation ahead of its time.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Last second timing stuff in there where you have to jump real quick.
I think a lot of people are going to be surprised at the kind of game that Donkey Kong Country is.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. We managed to find ourselves some great tapes. And it's been very 1990s. This is from 1994. The parenting tape was from 1994.
Redmond, Washington, to take an exclusive
Psycho Pike was from 92 or 93.
Nintendo's new revolutionary yet unreleased game, Donkey Kong Country. Where do they get a load of us? Guys, we finally made it. Nintendo of America, the fortress. Let's find out what Donkey Kong Country is all about. Let's go inside. Let's do it.
Got the backwards baseball cap and the vest on a t-shirt.
Hey man, how's it going? Donkey Kong Country, how you doing? Ken, what is the deal with this here?
Yeah, we get a lot of letters.
Donkey Kong Country, how you doing?
In front of the envelope, so we'll like stick it on the wall, you know?
So, Ken.
You want a banana?
No thanks. Ken, I want in on this Donkey Kong Country thing. I want on the inside.
I don't know.
Ken, me and you, pal, we go back a long way? Come on. What do you think? Old time's sake?
Okay, I'll take you to the treehouse.
The treehouse? God, I hope there's no climbing involved. Here it is.
What's the password?
Diddy.
Password? Diddy? Yeah! Yeah! You know, after about 1,000 ditties, we finally get into the treehouse. We're gonna say hello to Tony Harmon. He is the product development manager here at Nintendo. Tony, how you doing?
Pretty good. Welcome to the treehouse.
Every time you meet someone named Tony,
I wanna know,
you should say, Tony, how you doing? They love
Here
that.
to talk about the story. I'm the wrong guy. We need to get Dan here. This is Dan Oss.
Oh, Dan!
What's up?
How are you?
Pretty good.
Good, Dan. I want to know something about this story.
Basically,
These are some Nintendo of America
create
legends.
A new story for Donkey Kong. We gave him a world to live in, some supporting characters.
Dan Osen and
foremost among
Ken
them was Diddy
Lobb.
Kong, the little Kong wannabe monkey guy.
Little Kong wannabe?
He's a cool little dude who follows Kong around, tries to be just like him.
The story actually picks up with Diddy sitting in the jungle guarding the banana horde. No sooner does the storm start, nightfall, Kremlings come.
They really love strobing and flashing.
Kremlings
and
are the tribe of evil reptilian beings.
reducing the amount of colors in the video.
Of Kong's banana stockpile.
Very
As we all are.
Yes, as anyone would be.
Yeah.
And they stuff Diddy in the barrel, punt it in the bushes, and grab all the bananas and take off with the loot.
Donkey wakes up and...
Next day, Kong wakes up. Where's my bananas? He goes out to find him. Rescue his little buddy, find out where he is.
But Kong's angry. He's got his little buddy back, but he needs his bananas. So we get the Kremlins, we got Diddy, and we get the big fella. Tony, did you have a favorite character? Are there more characters in this?
There's a lot of characters. I like the whole Kong family. We got Cranky. Cranky's the star of the original Donkey Kong game.
Still alive, is he?
Dad or grandfather played that game.
Wow.
Then we also have Funky Kong. Funky is kind of the California surfing kind of.
Funky Kong.
Yeah, he runs Funky Flights, and the Funky Flights allow you to fly around to different parts of the
This
game.
tape is
We also
from
got Candy Kong
from my
is
childhood
Donkey
home.
Kong's love interest.
Okay, good. I was wondering, maybe I could
I guess
take
it's
a
in
look at the
slightly
game?
rough shape.
Yeah, sure. Right over here.
These guys are so easy.
I do have to clean the VCR heads at some
This
point.
is Rich.
Hey, how
These
you
guys,
doing?
We put a lot of gnarly tapes
these
into
guys
this thing.
test Donkey Kong Country for a living. We have hundreds of areas in Donkey Kong Country, and these guys have to play each area probably 100, 200 times each, weeding out all the bugs. This is a prototype board. There's 8 chips on this, 4 meg each, which makes it a 32 meg game, the biggest game ever. This 32 megs allows us to do a variety of action and a variety of backgrounds. We have snow levels, jungle levels,
The pyramid type level.
pyramid levels,
The
cave
scaffolding
level.
level.
The forest levels.
The industrial level.
Underground, factories, all kinds of bizarre places that you wouldn't
Yay,
expect to find
QA.
on an island.
Yeah, it does. We've got
It's
a
a
bunch
real
of guys
job,
that
and
call
it's
it
not
kids.
just playing
Guys
video
help you
games.
out. We got Ramby, who's a rhinoceros who bashes through some walls, helps you find some hidden areas. We got Winky the frog. He's bad. He can jump on top of a lot of chairs.
Espresso either.
Yeah, we got
I
Espresso.
love Winky.
That's an
He's
ostrich,
bad.
flying ostrich with these little bitty wings and goes flapping along the top of the screen. We have a lot of other special effects we do as well. On the snow level, we have 12 different layers of snow going back and forth. We have forest levels with parallax scrolls for
Good
dimension
to know.
in the
Good
game.
to know. I will be going through tapes off
Visit
stream,
my
I
friends
think,
at Rare. Rare's been working
soon.
with Nintendo for a number of years, and
Trying to get these
Tim
scanned.
Stamper, the head creative person there, was telling me about an idea he had to make a game out of fully rendered characters.
Tim, I was just curious as to how you made them look so real.
Because we're based in Twycross, we have a zoo about 2 miles away.
Ah, you went to the zoo.
The zoo, yeah, and had a good look at the gorillas and the monkeys, and with video cameras, it was pretty funny.
Hey, big fella. Hey, there's Diddy. Diddy Donkey. Oh, get out of the way, Diddy. How's it feel to be the prototype, fellas?
Will Peters for the 100 bits.
Advanced computers to produce a 3D
Yeah.
model that we can display on a computer screen.
So, what do we got to eat here?
Well, today we got the cream of banana
God.
soup, the banana and peanut butter sandwich.
Hey, well, your name is George.
George Zachary from Silicon Graphics.
I was wondering if you could help me out a little bit in explaining the game.
Sure, it's a really cool game.
this
It's
whole
created on
room.
this thing called the Challenge, which is this really advanced.
So rad.
Basically, picture 20 supercomputers in a box.
Now, with all this technology, am I going to have to buy an adapter for my home Nintendo?
Not at all. In fact, when the game was created on the Challenge, it was basically specially output to the Super Nintendo game system. So it basically comes in a cartridge, you stick it in the system, and you play.
How do we make the roundness, the 3D?
Actually, it was created on the Challenge, first in wireframe. Actually, then you grow shade them, or you can Phong shade them, and then you actually
Grow
texture them.
shade.
And you can even trilinearly bitmap interpolate.
That sounds a little dangerous. Let me ask you this. I heard downstairs something about ACM
Yeah, that's
technology.
advanced computer modeling. Basically, what you can do with it is it lets you create fully realistic, fully rendered 3D graphics, so the person has a sense of really being there. Same computers that we used in Terminator 2, Jurassic Park, new movies like True Lies, Mask.
A year and a half later, we're closing on the finish of the game.
I want a documentary about the,
All right, here we are.
the
We're about to
making
talk
of
to two
Don't
guys
Touch
who
Me.
play this game 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And guess what, folks? Guess what? They get paid. This is Henry. Henry, say hello.
Hey, what's up?
Henry, we wondered if maybe you could
You get
show us a
paid
couple
to play
tips.
games.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
That'd be great.
Okay, well, this is the first level, and this is Donkey Kong's treehouse, and that's where we got our name from. And there's a banana arrow on top of the trees when you first start. Donkey Kong can drop down there, and he can knock the keg out of the floor, and he can roll it up against the wall and bounce back and ride it. And Donkey Kong will just cruise straight through the first part of this stage, and it's a good way to get people started off. You can just bowl over some of the tougher enemies that might have gave him a problem. Yeah, hey, you hungry? You want a banana?
No.
Well, I guess I could show you something else, too. This is a snow level later on in the game.
It is snowing.
Donkey Kong can now ride thin barrels and shoot out. And this one part here is a series of barrels, and if you can navigate it properly, almost perfect, and not miss anything, you can score a bunch of free men at the end of the level.
Bunch of free men, not just one.
Yeah, a bunch. A blue balloon comes up, and Donkey Kong can grab it. There it is.
Is it very hard?
It's tough. You got to get it down perfect. And
wow, so you got a bunch of free men. Let's go talk to Isaac. This is Isaac. Isaac, say hello.
Hello.
Isaac, I was wondering maybe you could show us a couple more pointers. Possible?
Yeah, I can do that. No problem.
These guys are great.
All right.
What do we got?
Yeah, you got
we
extra
have more
men.
snow here.
Okay.
You got to put in the
What we're
Game
gonna do
Genie
is we're gonna
code for
jump on this
unlimited
big
men.
loop And use this really slow vulture. It looks peculiar. Peculiar enough to get us into a bonus level.
Bonus.
And I must say, this is one of over 100 bonus levels.
100 bonus levels.
Yeah, and in this bonus level,
Not
you
something
have
you see in every game.
Absolutely. You have to guess which barrel that this golden medallion is going to wind up in. Like to take a guess?
Yeah, the far right.
Okay. Oh, you're very good.
Very good.
Okay, the second tip I'm going to show you, it involves our little friend Diddy.
Diddy?
Yeah, Diddy's the cool guy. You walk over to this little thing here, you jump on top of it, you're gonna grab that rope, let the rope take you over, jump right on top of that little stump in the ground, pick up the TNT, walk over to this oil can,
Unlimited
blow it
men.
up, fall right into another bonus level. Now what you wanna do in this bonus level is jump out of this canister here, out of this little can, and grab the balloon.
So we have some pointers now.
Oh, this is giving me
Good
System
thing you
Shock
came with
vibes.
us, because you learned some things today that, boy, you're not gonna learn just anywhere else. You thought it was gonna be a waste of your time, didn't you?
Fried green bananas, bananas au gratin. Video game music should draw you into the game. In Donkey Kong Country, we had graphics that were way beyond anything else that's ever been done. We were also hoping to get some music better than anything that's ever been done. This music, for example, is very upbeat, fits with the jungle. It's an early level. The level's not very hard. The music is kind of nice. Okay, now here we have the music that goes with the water.
Yeah, Donkey Kong
Now, this
Country
level,
music,
you just finished
man.
a really, really hard level in the game. We use this music and this fairly easy level as kind of a reward. Because the music is so good, we're putting this music on a CD. You know, something that's big in Japan for many, many years is game music on CD. Hasn't been a big hit in America because maybe the music hasn't been quite up to what you hear on the radio is every daytime. You're kind of losing it, dude.
We got massive Smurfs attacking my scaffold level.
That fanfare was the level up sound in EverQuest.
Big, the blue, and they're
I think.
buff.
Then when you hit them, they kind of bounce.
The morphing rocks.
that.
Those
Morphing
guys are
rocks.
so cool, man. You touch these barrels and the lights turn on and off. And these rock guys
Oh, I
just kind
hated
of
that
roll
stage.
up. And you hit this light, they unroll and they start walking towards you. It's so cool. And it's really
And you got to switch them on and off.
Sounds a little scary.
Yeah, On Guard's the fisher ride, and he just kind of pokes you with his swordfish front and
pokes the
I know,
back.
Psycho Pike.
Do you guys get to ride? Do we get to ride minecart?
Oh, yeah.
The minecart was a favorite stage.
That's your favorite stage?
Yeah, it's a pretty cool stage.
You're mining? What are we
Well,
doing?
You're on the tracks, and a lot of them are broken, so you gotta avoid, a lot of the broken tracks so you don't fall into the caverns.
When we put this out, what do you think your friends are gonna think of this game?
I don't think really you have to tell them all that much. Once they see the pictures, it's just gonna be like, you have to have it, you know it, get it.
It's one of those games you don't get bored with. You know, I've played it probably 100 times, over 100 times now, and I'm still getting better. I'm still getting better in stages. There's
Yeah, I would
certain
hate having
stages
to
I can
QA
improve
test the
on.
minecart level.
Keep getting better.
Tell you what, you better reserve this game before November 21st, because that's when it comes out in the stores. I already got mine.
Where you gonna find it? Yeah, these Nintendo Power tapes, not on 32-bit, not on 32X adapters, not on CD-ROM, not on Sega. Nintendo Power in the 90s had so much tude, and it's 16-bit. And it's only on Super NES. Reserve it now. Play it loud. I remember Play It Loud. Brought to you by Nintendo Power, your inside source for the latest news on all Nintendo products. We sure played it loud. A penguin with the spreading fever. Penguin eating giant fish with Donkey Kong. That penguin has a very large head. Well, let's see. I'm going to put in the spreadsheet that was 13 minutes long. Donkey Kong. And I think that's going to be it for today. Thank you, folks. I really had a blast here today. I hope you did too. Oh, is Tom going? Happy birthday to Tom. Hell yeah, I'll raid Tom. Let me find him. Let me follow him. Just in case I need to be following to raid him. I don't know how he has it set up. What's our raid message? Pike is peak. Don't defraud the EPA. Psycho Pike. Peak Pike. I'm fine with just Psycho Pike. Unless you want to do your own Willie T inspired raid message. Whatever you've learned from Willie T, if you can encapsulate it in a raid message, go for it. Yeah, okay. Well, that's going to be it. I will see y'all back here on Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Try to get some tapes scanned soon. So check the website, check the Discord. And I'll see you later. Have a great day. Let's get the raid going. Raid Tom Fox. All right. We're prepared. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Thanks for the cheers, the subs, the gift subs. And most of all, just for sharing some wonderful entertainment with us all. Go raid.